Well, hello, 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 Miss Sherry Berry. I think we're live. I sent us live, so we are live. I saw our video on Facebook. Let's see if it's
Okay.
on YouTube. Um, why does it say upcoming? It should be on.
Well, the one on Face. Oh, nope. Yours is live on YouTube right now
Okay. Well, that's good.
because I just,
There you
I
go.
just
Let's
got
see
the
if some people.
notification.
Well, cool. Oh, there it is. That makes sense.
Yeah, I just got the notification so that you were live.
Hey, Quinn. How are you? I hope you're having a pleasant Father's Day. Did you cook today? Happy Father's Day to all the men out there who's ever live and online. Hello, Miss Christine. How are you today? Oh, look at you all. We thought you'd all be, knee deep cooking dinner.
Right?
Good, good,
Right,
good.
right.
Quinn, immediately when I looked at your name, I saw, and I know you didn't ask for a reading. If you don't want me to, I'll stop. But you are like really smitten and giggly behind some roses. Did somebody give you roses or flowers just recently? Hello, Miss Vanessa. You are very much smitten is how the word they keep using. And you're like hiding your face behind some flowers and you're just smiling. You're kind of like not embarrassed, but what do they call it? Like when you blushing. Goodness, I can't get the word out. And um you're you're in a very good mood. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. You're not responding to me, so maybe not. Oh, that looks better. I didn't like that. Let me go back to the chat. Let's see what Quinn said. Sure, Miss Christine, I'll put you on the list. If you have a question, let me know. I pinned your comment. But if you have a specific question, let me know. If not, I'll just do a general. What else, Quinn? Um, You're doing some stuff secretly behind the scenes, but it has to do with work. I don't feel like you're doing anything that is sinister, just kind of moving in silence and not letting everybody know what you're doing. But I get a good vibe for you on work or on how you're moving forward. It is in the dark and it is a little bit in that fool's energy, but not in a bad way, in a good way where you're kind of like taking a leap forward into new territory or into the unknown and you're just like I'm ready to move forward, and so either you're about to accept the opportunity to go to another job or to go somewhere else, or you're about to get promoted or like get advanced in some kind of way. So your money looks good if you're still listening. I don't even know if you're still listening, but that's what I got for you. It just came up really quickly. Vanessa, you want a general? Gotcha. Oh, so does Christina. Okay. I got both of y'all on the list. Well, I got some really cute cards. I finally met up with Miss Cherry Berry for my and she gave me my birthday gift, and she gave me the Black Tarot, and these are such beautiful and rich cards. Oh my gosh, they're so lovely. I've been playing with them every single day, and you'll see me using them today um, while we're doing these readings. But I love these cards; they are so nice. They're very thick card stock, so they're quality. But I love them. I mean, they're just good. So we'll see how they work for us today. All right. Well, let's see. Let's get to Miss Christine and who's first? Let's see. Christine is first. All right. So Miss Sherry, do you want to start with Miss Christine? Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh,
Now?
there you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. I was shuffling this other deck, and it was like, no, don't use that one. So, switching decks. I was actually using a tarot deck and not playing cards, and now they're telling me, no, use the playing cards.
Oh wow. It's too much conversion in my head to use playing cards. I have to keep converting it to what it should be in tarot, so I don't do it.
Six of diamonds, Joker, and 10 of diamonds. So your diamonds are your pentacles, and your six is making good decisions and being on the right path. The Joker is a wild card. It could mean anything sudden or changes or things that are coming quick into your life, but we don't really know what that is. And your 10 of diamonds, again, being the pentacle, being the 10, is you're having financial success and joy and things in I see a lot of flowers. So, um, huh. And I'm hearing business, like whatever business that you're doing or that you're feeling or that or thinking about, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like business that brings money. It feels like it is going to be successful. Like hobbies, like I have a hobby business. Um, but those things feel like they're going to be successful and they're going to bring in the abundance and success for you. I'm hoping that makes sense. Hey, Miss Shauna, how are you?
Hey, Miss Shauna, how are you? Hey, Catherine. Okay, so are you done with Miss Christine?
Yes, yes, I
Because I
do
don't
think
want
so.
to
I hope
forget.
that
Oh my God, did
resonates.
I forget everything I heard just that quick? Oh my God. I had such a good reading for you because it was going along with what Sherry was saying because it had to do with work. Okay, totally came right back because I thought I was losing it right quick. Um, I saw Miss Shauna name and then I got over like, oh, I gotta tell Miss Shauna hello is when you get done talking, then I lost my train of thought. But back to where I was. So they showed me somebody tossing in bed, like you're really restless in bed, you can't sleep, but they're saying you have to make a decision. They're showing me the four of cups. So either you're somebody's offering you something, you're saying, no, that's not what I want, I'm not doing that. And you're wrestling over the decision that you made or the decision that you want to tell them. Like, no, I don't want that. That's okay. I'll pass. Or you're missing something that is right in front of you. Like you're asking for something and it's right in front of you, but it's low, but it's not in your line of vision because you're not looking in the direction of where your help should be coming from. And so you're missing it. So they're showing me the four of cups. And they're showing it to me in the true heart deck. So maybe I should get that deck out. Where there's a rip in the seam of the atmosphere. So you're sitting on top of a cliff, and then there's a rip in the atmosphere, and you're missing something that the universe is trying to give to you. They're watching you. They set it in front of you, and you're missing. You're not getting it. Hello, Serenity. Um, and so I am wondering. Serenity, put a question if you want a reading, and tone it down just a little bit. But put a question if you want a reading and we'll get to you. There's about two people ahead of you, okay?
So,
But
wait, Miss Catherine, I fixed it. Now you can make comments in my Facebook. I didn't know there was another setting for that.
oh Lord. Hey, Miss
Yeah,
Alicia.
apparently.
So Christine, there is a big decision that you have to make. So did she, I know she said that's awesome when you were saying it about work, but this felt very much like work. Like you're needing to make a career decision. Like maybe they offered you a promotion. You like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work the hours. I don't want to do whatever it is. And then now you're wondering if it was a bad decision not to take the job or to take whatever the promotion was. Or there's something that you don't see. Like you're asking for this promotion, you're asking for something, and they're asking you to do these tasks that will lead you to this promotion and you're not doing it because you don't see it as the way you want it to be. So you're not seeing something because it's not coming to you the way you want to do it. But they're saying you just need to focus a little bit more on what it is that you really do want, and you'll get what it is. But you're asking for the advice from outside of you instead of from your higher power or connecting to your higher power. You're asking too many people around you, and they're giving you bad advice because again, not on the same road or mission that you're on, so they wouldn't be able to understand what you're supposed to be doing. So there is something that you need to decide that will lead to success that Miss Sherry was talking about, but it just doesn't seem like you were seeing me. I is it Wanshell, Sarah? I already said Serenity, Catherine. If you want a reading, go ahead and just put your question in there, and then we'll go ahead and read your question. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Marijuana.
It's one show.
What did I say? I said Wanshell, didn't I?
I don't know. I
Yes.
thought you said something. Oh, I thought you said something else. Sorry. And then Andy. Hello, or Sarah. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I went to go fill up my mushroom coffee.
I have some of that, but I wouldn't dare drink it cold. Not even a little bit. And you know what? The cards that fell out for you, Christine, if you're still here, was the Two of Swords, which is a decision that I said you need to make. And in the Two of Swords, there, the eyes are blindfolded, so you're not seeing
Andy, your
something that
sound
would
went
need to
out.
help you. So in this situation, I think, all right. How about now?
You're good.
Okay. And so then the Fool card came up, which is a new journey for you, also, which is a new start. And then I got the Emperor. That's that stability and putting you in your in your decision making mode, in your you're the person who's ruling this. You're in control of this. You get to make the decisions, and based on decisions you make, you get what you want. And you start this new journey. But are you willing to make those decisions or recognize the things that you need in order to help you make the decision? Okay. All right. So let me see who I have next. And if anybody else asks for a reading, I don't even remember because I didn't look at the question. So let me go back. So we'll start with Miss Vanessa. So you can go ahead and start with Miss Vanessa, and let me see if I can find somebody else. Um, so Jasmine, I got you. Marijuana, I got you. I don't know. Sandra, I got you. All right, those are all the questions that I see. Okay, so go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Sherry.
Yes, ma'am. I'm chuckling. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I got the Eight of Spades, the Three of Spades, and the Eight of Hearts. Spades are swords. For tarot cards. It's more of like sorrows and change and suffering and all those terrible, terrible things. But the Eight of Spades is I'm a lot of arguments, a lot of clearing of the airs, a lot of speaking your truth, a lot of standing up on your end and standing up for yourself, and which of course puts strife in other people's lives. Then I have the Three of Spades, which means setbacks, trials, tribulations. So again, that whole, hey, I'm standing up for myself. I'm speaking my truth. I am here. This is who I am. Um, and you want to be heard. And then I have the Eight of Hearts, which it talks about a young love or a new beginning of something that excites you and that is like a love interest, not necessarily a physical love, but um, can be. So I'm going to ask a little bit more about this. So, have you had to set boundaries lately um, for somebody that is a love interest in you and they're just not really kind of accepting of those boundaries? Um, but I do think that by setting those boundaries, you are setting yourself free to have a better love and have more abundance. And I don't like doing love readings, so sorry. This is what I'm getting. Miss Vanessa. I don't know, Miss Angie.
I don't see any comments in there. Miss Vanessa, did you hear the question that Sherry asked, or is anything that she's saying making sense to you?
Okay, right on point. Okay. So just keep standing in your truth is basically what it is. And it does open pathways for you going forward. Um, because I got the 8 and the 10 of hearts, and the 10 of hearts is also saying like the happy family and a good healthy relationship, but you have to keep your boundaries. You have to keep saying telling your truth. And those people that don't want to hear your truth or don't want to be in the presence that you are, the people that don't need to be in that with you, they could be the ones that are shutting off. The full moon is coming, so please remember to shed those things off that no longer service you. And by standing in your truth, which is these, you're more apt to have a better relationship, not only with yourself, but with other people. Okay. That's wow. That was a warm up. That was a hard way to get there.
I like it, but it kind of coincides with how I was seeing it. So while you were talking, they were showing me a downward spiral. So I was like, oh no, I don't want like the way that this is going. So they were showing me you going in a downward spiral. But then they showed like one of those big drills that you would dig into the earth to break up the ground, and your body is wrapped around the drill. And so they're saying, so I said, well, what does that? Because they were digging you into the ground. They are trying to ground you. You're a little bit too high, like you're a little bit too um you're not grounded enough. You're not on solid. Like you're floating above where you need to be. And so they're saying you're making your decisions, like you're planning, because I got the 2 of wands. You're planning, you're thinking about how you want to move forward, what decisions you want to make. But I think that you're basing them on like a heartbreak or something that has happened, or maybe all the pain and things that you've gone through throughout life. And so you're kind of pulling back and you're going into hermit mode. I don't need anybody. I could do this myself. Like you're kind of pulling back in a little bit of an angry stance. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, because I understand what you're saying. It's been a hard life. You're pulling back, you're going back, but you're thinking on all the things that you've gone through, all the decisions you made, all the struggle you've had. And they just want you to change your perspective on how you're thinking about it, because they're sending you more information. They're sending you more clues. This is that 8 of wands. This is that fast moving energy. They want you to see it in a different way, not so much from the standpoint of a victim, but of a survivor, of somebody who's learned, of somebody who has experience, as somebody who's grown and matured in who they are spiritually, emotionally, physically, and I feel like I'm missing one, but you're overall growing in every aspect of your life, and they want you to see it that way, not from the hurt point of it and pulling back and thinking, oh, I don't need anybody, I can do this on myself, screw the world, but kind of in a, okay, we need you to warm up just a little bit and understand, see it from a different perspective, see it from where we were trying to get you to be. When you have to build muscle, you have to beat them, you have to, break it down by doing the exercises, and then give it a rest, and then it'll build back up. Or so that's what they told me, because I have no muscles, and I don't know that to be true. But I'm just saying that's the way it's been explained to me, that if you do those things, then you'll build the muscle up. And then, so in that way, there's a little pain, there's a little breaking, and then overall it'll be better. I guess a better example for me would be like physical therapy. Like say I hurt my leg and I'm in a cast for a while. And so now I got to go to physical therapy so I can learn how to walk on it and put pressure on it and make it operate the way that it used to, or to even be able to walk on it. So it may be painful going through this physical therapy, but in the end, it's going to strengthen me. So that's how they're showing it to me in that situation, as in make your decisions based on a more logical standpoint, but of a perspective of how far you've come, and not so much as how much you've had to fight to get where you are, because it was all a lesson. It was all a part of your journey, and it was all to make you stronger for what's coming ahead. Because I do get the 3 of wands, and you're waiting for all those things. All that planning that you're doing here, it's coming, but they want you to be a little bit more mindful, less vengeful in what you're planning for, or how you're like, I'll show them, not so much in that energy, but I'm gonna make this. I'm going to be a success. I am moving forward. I'm surviving. You know, I'm a survivor. I've survived all this. I am better, not a victim. So you're moving forward as a survivor. So it's coming. They just want you to change the perspective for how you are seeing and making your decisions forward. And then with that Queen of Sword, they're showing me that you are definitely speaking your mind because it's Queen of Sword. And sometimes that bitchy queen who tells her mind, who tells it like it is. She cuts between the BS and she reads between the lines. So she's a little bit more logical, which is where they're trying to get you to be, and less in that hurt energy, but more in that healed energy, moving forward toward what you're asking for, what you were planning for. Just see it from a different perspective so you can ask for it in a more humbling, grateful way than a vengeful, I'll show you kind of way, because what you're wanting is coming. And it's clear. What they want to be clear is it's not, they're not judging you on how you feel about it, because pain is pain. We understand pain. We understand struggle. We understand, looking back and being like, dang, that didn't have to be so hard. I wish it would have been easier, but also understanding the lesson that you got from that. So they want you to see it from more of as a preparation. They're preparing you for where you're going. So that's how they want you to see this situation. And so good things are coming for you. You just have to change your perspective on how you do that. And so a lot of times we'll tell you to do stuff and you'll be like, well, how do I do it? So the one thing I'll do when my guys are trying to give me a perspective change is I'll say, well, how do I get from where I am now, the way that I'm feeling now, to where you want me to go, or where I'm ready to receive whatever it is that you're trying to give to me? How do I get from where I am now, feeling neglected, feeling left out, feeling hurt, feeling whatever it is that I'm feeling, to where you want me to be able to ready to receive this, and then allow them to work on you and ask them to come to you whatever way that you need them to come to you, in a dream, in a changed behavior, in a releasing of some kind of energy, whatever way you need them to come to you. But good things are coming. They just want you to change the perspective for how you're seeing how your life's journey's been. Okay. So I hope that helps, and I hope that was what you needed to hear. And thank you, Miss Vanessa. So next we have Jasmine. Jasmine, are you is that Josie or Jose? Because I can't see if it's Joce. It looked like Josie or Jock. Well, how do you say that? I just don't know people.
Jokes.
You're okay, good. All right. I'm glad that you like that. And change is a good thing in this situation. They just want you to see it from a different perspective. Christine, she said, my first time here. I would like to know what? I like how you got descriptive. Oh, thank you. We try to be very specific because we want you to know that we are, personally reading you and not just generally reading or generally pulling, the definitions of these cards anywhere. So I like to cater it to the person that I'm reading to. So thank you, Miss Catherine, for saying that. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in here and we will put you on the list. Oh, you did. You said career. Gotcha. On the list. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And she's also drinking coffee at the moment. So where are you at, Catherine? Is it late in the day, or are you just a coffee drinker any time of the day you want to do it? All right, so Miss Jasmine wants a general. Is she here? Did she say she was here? Miss Jasmine, are you here? Jasmine Alvarez for the general? If not, then we'll go straight to. I miss Sinari. I wonder if she's here somewhere. Marijuana, and then Sandra and Catherine. So in that order. Hey, Miss Julie.
Miss Julie.
Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Oh, you're a coffee addict. Okay, that's not a bad thing at all. That is not a bad thing. And I'm trying to get better shroom lady Claudine, or just something you made, or where you get your coffee from.
Mine?
Yes, you. Yeah.
Yeah, you cut out for a second. I get mine. This one is Daily Dose. I used to get Rise, but Rise did not agree with my digestive system, and so I
I
switched to
stopped getting
Daily
Rise
Dose.
because it was expensive. I get the Simple Truth kind that they have at Fry's, but I'll probably try some different kinds. It's pretty good. I do like it as far as gut health, or you know
Right.
making your stomach a little
So
bit more settled and less bubbly. Hi, Noor.
I this is Daily Dose, and then I do their coconut collagen with it, and then I add extra collagen. But I also add honey and cinnamon to mine, and then I drink it like that. Honey and cinnamon every day. regardless, it is very healthy for your body and it helps. Honey is a um,
Anti-inflammatory, or is it
antimicrobial,
antibiotic or something like that?
antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, and mixing it with cinnamon also helps with the anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antifungal. There's a lot of benefits. So I always make sure that I have honey and cinnamon in my mushroom coffee. And then I tincture echinacea and I take echinacea every day also.
You
So
want to know what's
this is
coming up,
why.
Josie? In the next few months. Got you on the list. There's about 4 people ahead of you. Well, you know what? There's 3 people ahead of you now because Jasmine never said anything, so I guess she left. So, marijuana, are you here? Or is it marijuana? Is that what it's marijuana? Yes, marijuana, or is it marijuana? You know what? I could be so wrong. How do you say your name? Is it marijuana or marijuana? We probably been saying it wrong all this time because I don't have my lovely glasses on. Sandra, are you here? So whoever's here is ready for their reading. Looks like marijuana, and I've been saying marijuana all this
Mer,
time.
Merjona.
So whoever, I'll tell you what, whoever responds first goes next because, okay, Sandra's here. Let's do Sandra because she's ready.
Okay. I liked Rise. Catherine, I liked the flavor of Rise, but I've had gastric sleeve surgery, and I have really bad allergies and I have food allergies. So sometimes things that I eat just don't agree with how my body digests. And there was not enough fiber that I could eat when I was drinking the Rise coffee, if that hopefully makes sense without being too graphic.
Oh, see, I didn't have that problem.
Yeah, I did.
It was an assistance in that way. It was an assistance.
Now my but the daily dose is different. And the daily dose actually doesn't have all of the same mushrooms in it as the Rise. I actually like all the mushrooms that are in Rise, but the daily dose actually still has coffee in it. So when I went camping, I took a daily dose with me and I just put it in water and it straight tasted like black coffee and I was gagging. That's gross. So if you want something to taste more like coffee, I would do the daily dose. And if you want something that's a good flavor, then the Rise is really good too. Whoop, whoop.
I had gastric sleeve surgery 14 years ago.
Yeah, well,
Is it 14? 10. Wait, what year is this? 10 years ago.
20, I had mine in 2017. So I am here in support of you, sister.
All right, so Miss Sandra has a general, so you can go ahead and start with Miss Sandra.
Okay.
What you get for her?
Okay, so Miss Sandra, I have the two of clubs, the three of spades, and the king of hearts. And the two of clubs are wands. It's about business, about partnership. Again, business doesn't have to be your business. It could be something at work. It could be something um, that you have, like you don't think inside the box when you think business. It just think of it as a broader spectrum, but there's definitely a partnership coming. With the three of clubs, feels like there is a lot of strife to get the thing rolling and going and moving forward. A lot of red tape. I'm seeing like yellow caution tape. So there and cutting, like scissors cutting through it. So there's a lot to do with this business, and I also got the King of Hearts, which maybe the partner is a male partner that is could be a client, a soul connection, an ideal person for this partnership. But this person is helping you through this business venture, cutting through this red tape, cutting through the things that are blocking you. And I think some of the things that are blocking you is your own, like, this is hard and I don't want to do this hard work anymore. I don't want to get there anymore. That I can't do it because it's like all this crap I got to do to get there. Um, stop the stinking thinking. And it does feel like that this person is really, really going to be there to help you quite a bit with whatever this venture is. And what it could be a move, it could be something like that. I'm because I'm now seeing like moving vans, like moving businesses, moving monies. I'm not sure. I'm not. Hold on. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to get through to get where you need to go. This is the nine of clubs, and then I mean, the clubs, nine of spades, and the nine of spades talks about grieving and loss. So there's things that you need to get through to get there. So the things you're gonna lose may not be bad things. You may feel that they're bad because everybody, not everybody, when people lose things, whether it's good for us or bad for us to lose them, there's a grief in that. But that's how I'm getting it. I hope that resonates with you. Please let me know.
So you were saying that there was something that needed to move or something that that needed to get moving. That makes sense because as soon as I read her name and that she won a general, I heard you got to move it, right? She needs to move forward. She needs to get in gear.
Did you
And
get
they were
little Pumbaa butts wiggling in the air?
right. And
Or
then they were
hippopota
showing
butts?
like her higher power trying. So I got the world card and it was her higher power trying to push her through. Like you're done with this lesson. You've done with this journey. You've learned this. They're trying to step you forward. So it was her higher power trying to push her through because the world card is usually that wreath and you're transitioning forward. You have one foot back here in the old world as you transition into the new world. The problem is you won't start to transition to the new world. So they're pushing you through. Right now, it's still a transition through as the world card. If you do not take heed and do not move forward, hey, Nana or Naish, it's going to be a tower moment. And a tower moment isn't necessarily bad. It just means you're not moving. It's going to be sudden. It's going to be quick. It's going to be like ripping the band-aid off. Let's move you to the new you or the new place or the higher level. But you keep looking back to the familiar and you do not want to embrace the new. They're showing me the Fool card, and the Fool card is turning its back on me because you don't want to embrace your new journey. They're saying you're not even going to fall in like the Fool. We got you. We're showing you where to go. We're showing you your path. You don't want to take the path, and we're trying to push you forward out of this space. You've asked for something. You've asked us to move you forward. You've asked for some kind of blessing. You've been praying. You've been asking. You've been asking. You've been asking. We're trying to get you there and you won't take the steps forward to get there. And so now we're trying to use our own ability to push you forward and you're so resistant. You're pushing back like you have your heels digged into the ground and you're pushing like, I don't want to go. You're bracing yourself against a wall because you don't want to go. And they're trying to push you through to the other side to get whatever it is that you need. It's not more learning that you need to learn. You've learned everything you need to learn on this level. They're trying to pull you up to the next level. They're trying to help you to ascend, but you will not let go of the comfort zone that you're in. They're trying to break you forward and help you to make better decisions. They're showing me a house with a pool in it. So are you trying to save money for a large purchase? Are you trying to move somewhere? Because this seems to be leisure. This trying to seems like desires. Like this is what you're saying you want. This is A to 2 to 4 to 5 back to C and then over to B. It's not going to go in the order that you want and you're not designing the process. Only thing it is that you're doing is asking for whatever it is that you want. They're trying to get it there, but since you're not in control of the way that you get there, or it's not looking like the journey that you think. Like, oh, okay, I saved the money. After I save the money, I go get the loan. After that, then I get approved for the loan. Then I move into the house. They're saying we have another route for you, and you're saying it doesn't look like what I want it to be, so I'm not going to take it. So you're going to miss out on an opportunity or something that is being designed easier for you because it doesn't look like what you want it to be. But they're trying to get you to something. You do see yourself procrastinating with just completing your work. And so if you're not happy with work, why stay there? Is what they're trying to do is to get you to transition into another company, a position, into another department. Or you're not motivated to do the work that to do what you're in. You're not motivated to do the current job that you're in, but you're also not motivated to make any changes. So you're just kind of stuck there saying, well, I don't like it. And, I'm just not, I'm just to be unhappy. I'm not going to do anything to move it forward. And what they're saying is we're trying in your company. You could look outside your company. You could find different ways to motivate yourself to do the current job that you're doing, or ask for other pathways that lead out of the job that you're doing. But they're saying this is your opportunity to decide how you want to move forward, or you're going to just be stuck complaining. Okay, so you're starting over. Okay, so that's your fear in moving forward, how to move forward, because they're showing me a new journey and you're just not taking the steps to start to move forward. So you're a little bit timid. Is this a new industry that you're into? Because it seems like they were trying to get you to move for a while and you didn't. And so that could have been the tower moment, was, you losing your job and now you have to move forward and go in a different direction, because it's very clear that you were not moving, and so they moved it for you. So I saw the energy of, oh, okay, you're not moving, we're going to move it for you. That could have been the movement, and now you're ready to move forward. And they're saying, stop being afraid. Just go ahead forward. You can't change anything in the past. All you could do is go forward with the same gusto that you had, or the same confidence, or better that you had. You have a little bit more experience. You understand things. You understand a little bit more how to manage your money, how to do your job, or how to build up a department or a job. And they're saying, just move forward in positivity and confidence, and not in fear of lack. You're in a lackful kind of mindset right now because of the loss, which is understandable. They're not saying that it's a bad thing, it's understandable, but they're saying it's time to go. You're forward with the same vibrance that you had before, not in fear. They don't want you to move forward in fear. From upper management to labor. But they show it to me as a building process, like you're stacking bricks, you're building, and you'll be able to take some leaps over. Like you won't have to climb the wall, because they're showing me like a wall that you need to get over, I guess, in order to get back to where you were, or even better than what you were. But instead of you having to climb the wall, they're building the ladder for you to climb so you can make it over. So it's going to be a faster climb. It's going to be easier because you have knowledge and you have a little bit more understanding. So you'll be able to build faster, but just change that mindset again to something more positive, and not looking back at what you lost. Okay, this is where I am, but I'm in a better position because I know a little bit more than I knew before. And all I have to do is build myself up and give myself the confidence. And they're saying, did you accept that job because there were no more jobs in a management position at the new company, or because of fear, like I have to have something, or are they saying that you weren't offering anything? Because they're making it seem like, to me, you were a little bit fearful and you were like, I have to get something now. And so instead of pursuing something that was a little more aligned with what you used to do, you just took what came along. Like, I have to get some money flowing. But they're saying just keep focused. You will get back to where you were, and even better. Okay. So I hope that helps out. But it's looking very good for you. You're very confident and knowledgeable in what it is. You just took a blow. They're showing me you recovering from a gut punch. Like, oh my God, this was so painful. This was like I wasn't ready for this. And so now you're rebuilding, but you're still recovering. You're trying to forge ahead, but you're still nursing that wound. But they're saying, be mindful, you're healing and you're moving forward, but you should be in a better position to make decisions. It was a decision made from fear. So they're showing it to me. So then the card that popped out, hi, Miss Shari, was the Three of Cups, which are Three of Coins. Is that Three of Coins? Yes. Which is partnership, which is abundance. I like that because you're collaborating with somebody and you're building. And to me, that's celebration. That's three, that's partnership. So you're either going to get the knowledge that you need, or you're going to be working with somebody collaboratively in order to move forward. So I feel like it's a good move forward for you. It was just a blow to that stomach, and you to and now that's that knowing the other. That's knowing both sides, being able to see into both worlds. I have knowledge that other people don't. I know some things that other people who are in this industry do not, and so I'm just sharing what I know, building up something that is going to be better than what I lost. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. Catherine says, this is good advice for you. I like what she's saying. Marjana, is that what it is? Is it Marjana? We called your name. Okay, so you're back. All right, we'll get you next. But this is what Catherine was saying to you, Sandra. She was saying, keep applying. You already have experience. You're going to be okay. And I get the same good outcome for you. Like it's going to be great. All right. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you for allowing us to read you. So I'm going to take Sandra off. And then Marjana. I hope we're saying your name right. Because you never corrected us. Is it Marjana? Marjana? Okay, General. You're welcome, Sandra. So do you want to start with Marjana or Marjana? Exactly, Josie. You can go ahead, Miss Sherry. I don't
Yes,
like
ma'am.
this.
I'm shuffling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
It's
you were
okay.
waiting on me to shut up.
No, I'm shuffling, shuffling, hustling, you know. Mm. Okay, so I've got the four of clubs, the ace. I'm sorry, four of spades, the ace of clubs. I love my dyslexia. And the 10, queen of diamonds. And clubs, four of clubs is like you are stuck in your own space. You're stuck in your own way. You're stuck in your pain. You're stuck in something. Like I see something large that happened that has caused grief, whether it's the end of a relationship or the end, well, that's the same thing. Somebody has passed and it has hurt. But I see the grief um, in that, whether it's a person or a thing. That's interesting. A pet, maybe. Okay. But I also see a divorce. Okay. Um, I see a lot of grief in that, and that you're stuck in that grief, that you're stuck right there. But then I get the Ace of Clubs, which is a start of something. But with the Ace of Clubs, it's your in playing cards, this means that you're isolating yourself and you're being lonely. When I try to combine them with tarot, the ace is a beginning point, a start, but you just keep isolating yourself. So you're to me, you are stuck in this grief. You isolate yourself from other people. Um, but your Queen of Diamonds is that you have a good female partner or friend that is coming in or gives you the support. Don't push that support away. That person is like really, really important for you. That person has um, has advice and wants to see you be successful, wants to see you move through this grief, wants to see you move through this pain, wants you to move forward. Uh, I'm actually hearing that you might want to see a grief counselor or somebody to help you get through this because your divorce was not caused by you, but you keep blaming yourself for it. And we all, in my divorce, even, we all have a part in relationships that falter or fall apart. Um, we, and there's always that blaming of oneself, blaming. Um, this is not necessarily about you or what you did or didn't do in your marriage and in your partnership, but you are stuck in that pain. So I would like to see you move out of that pain. And I would like to see you move on and celebrate your life, learn who you are without that person in your life, and discover the beauty that is actually truly within you. And you do have a female support around you, like a female presence, or even it could be a man that it has a lot of feminine energy to them, but that is out there. So I would really like to see that happen for you. I hope that resonates with you. Yeah, that's kind of all I'm getting. but it's pretty sad.
But don't lose hope.
Don't lose hope.
Shari, I got you on the list for a general. So hey, Miss Bonnie, how are you? Hi, April Davis. Oh, you would love a general. Okay, April, I have you on the list. I thought that said love. Lord, I can't take it. Because as soon as Miss Bonnie came in, I thought I heard the word love. I was about to be like, Miss Bonnie, did you just bring the love angels in with you?
No,
Um,
Miss Bonnie
so
can't do that.
Marijana, I have this is how they showed it to me. So at first I just saw like it was kind of like
She keep
hot oil. And it was like them trying to drop a fire, some firework. I heard the song Firework by Katy Perry. Baby, you're a firework. So I heard that. So I was like, oh, okay, you're being thrown hot into the fire. Then I saw the word divorce, and that kind of threw me off because I was like, wait, I don't want that to influence what the vision that I was getting. So it seems like you've been thrown into something quickly and you had no time to prepare for it. It was just like, boom, get her, hit the ground running. You didn't have any time to prepare. So at first, the Five of Swords came out with the Empress energy, and I put it back because I'm like, two cards came out at once, and I'm like to get one card. But the Five of Swords came out again, so I'm gonna take that, the Five of Swords and the Empress card the way that it was. And it's you not like you're not seeing yourself as confidently as you used to. You've had a blow to like your self esteem or a blow to your confidence, and you're having a hard time. You're having a conflict, but the conflict seems to be with yourself and seeing you the way that you are. You are still in your Empress energy. You're still in your feminine energy. You're still strong. You're still able to make decisions. You have a scepter in her hand. You're not seeing the power that you had in your hand because you're dealing with this inner conflict and you're not feeling as valuable as you have in the past due to the things that you're going through. So then when the Empress card didn't come back out, the Death card came out, which I love the Death card because it's a transition. You're transitioning from where you were. In some of the cards they have like the death, they have the old you, the skeletal you breaking open and allowing the new you to come out. So the new you, you're going from married to single. You know what I'm saying? So you're transitioning, but it seems like this all had to happen really fast. You're not having a very got you, Miss Bonnie. Yes, is it Valerie? Oh God, I need. Hey, Miss Pam. Valerie, you can ask something. You just type your question and we'll put it on the list. But Mirjana, you're transitioning, you're becoming something new, but you're a little, it all happened so fast. I feel like it was like out of nowhere. This was sudden. This was like, dang, I wasn't even ready for this. And then it was start to finish over faster than you thought. And so you're having to deal with a whole new life, a whole new you. Everything's changing and it's moving faster than you were ready to even understand. It's like you woke up and you were like, wow, this is a whole new world. Like, where am I at? I'm on a different timeline. This isn't what I saw. I saw forever. Now I'm at an ending. And not only is it an ending, but it's an ending that I didn't initiate and it's just moving so fast. So you're feeling out of sorts. You're not understanding who you are, but you're transitioning into who you need to be or who you need to be in this phase of your life. Whoever you were was a little bit fragile or is a bit fragile now and they need you to see who you're trying to become. They broke you open and now you need to let this new person come out fierce and confident as you were before, but from a place of confidence and experience. So then I got the Wheel of Fortune, which means that things are coming and changing into your favor. You just have to see it and be ready to accept the positivity of things that are moving into your favor. And then the last thing I got was Page of Wands, which again is spirituality, enthusiasm, you trying to like find your place. Pages are bringing information, so you're getting information, but it's a useful information that is coming towards you. So, and then these are things that are budding. Transition to new things that are budding. I like this because there's growth. So there's things that are coming forward either in your career, in your creativity, somewhere in a place where you have desires and things where you can be who you want to person that you're supposed to be or whoever you want to be. Like you could come out of this situation and reinvent yourself however you want to be or for who you truly are and not who everybody thought you were. And you could just be as bold as you want to be and as different as you want to be from who you were before. But all of this was for your greater good and you are transitioning into something better. Just this breaking here this conflict that you're going through, it's because of this transition that you're making. But again, these are two cards that have to do with spiritual transformation. This is spiritually discovering something, getting information about who you are. This is you going through that spiritual transformation or that shift. And then this right here was this you being hard on yourself and not understanding how to move forward. But lo and behold, good things are coming. Just again, ask yourself, how do I get from where I am now, feeling broken, bruised, hurt, left out, abused, or whatever it is that I feel? And when I say abused, it could just feel like you feel abused mentally, you feel abused spiritually, like I just don't know where I'm going. I just don't understand all this struggle that I'm going through. And so, how do I get from where I am now, feeling like this, to where I'm able to accept that it's time to move on, or to I'm ready to transition into this new person and allow your higher power to help you move? Because that's the person that you need to be communicating with, and the person that can get you to where you need to be. So you're transitioning, you're just a little bit stuck and timid because things seem to have happened really fast, which is weird because I'm surprised I didn't get any night cards, but you did get the world card, which is still movement forward, and the death card. They're just a little bit more slower, so you may be painfully experiencing this, like uh Sherry was saying, is that it seems to be a little bit painful. Okay. Hi Les, how are you doing? We're doing good, or I'm doing good. I think Miss Sherry's doing good too.
I'm doing great. I went to Las Vegas yesterday. It was like a last minute. I'm beat up though. I walked a ton. I see it.
All right, so Mirajan, I hope that helps you. Catherine, if you're here, Josie, Shari, April, Bonnie, Valerie, in that order. That's how we have you on the list. So Catherine, let's go. Did we already do Catherine? No, we didn't. She wants a general. So Catherine, are you here? If you have a question, just type it in, or if it's general, just let us know it's general, and we'll put you on the list. There are 7 people ahead of you if you just joined, if you just came in with your question right now. Okay, but we are moving along swimmingly, so you can go ahead and start with Miss Catherine. Oh, she's here.
Perfecto. Hello, Dawn. Oh my goodness, what the hell is that?
It's a spammer. That is the longest paragraph in on Earth, isn't it?
It is. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm reading. Miss Catherine. Wow, okay. Miss Catherine, every single card I got was a spade card. The spade cards deal with heartache, suffering, change, woes, tears. They are sword cards, but let's see what we get into, okay? I
Sorry,
have the
one
10
second.
of
All of you that are asking love questions, we're not doing love. We only love is on Wednesdays with Miss Bonnie. If you're asking love questions, we're not doing love questions. Sorry.
for sure. So, the 10 of spades is a card that's talking about deep grief, but it also says that the worst is over, like that grief is coming to an end. Then I got the Ace of Spades, which talks about a sudden change. And even though it is like the Ace of Swords card, it also for me is definitely like a tower card. So there's shifting and changing, and that that is coming to you. Then I got the Ace of the Five of Aces, which is it says like letting go and overcoming illness and death. So I don't know if a relationship's ended, a person is ended, or somebody has been sick in your life, but these are things that you're going through or have been going through, and all you see a puddle of sadness, a puddle of sorrows. Why are these cards so sad today? Um, that there is which could be creating illness for you, or illness around somebody. If you sit in that sorrow, you sit in that stagnant negative energy, it can also create bad things to in your body, like holding in um stuff in your body. I know when I stress that I have a back injury. So when I have a lot of stress, I feel it in my back. And that is me holding on to that negativity or that illness. And this is telling me that you need to let those things go. Easier said than done. Um, but Dawn's book is great. Let's talk about when we talk about positive affirmations, it also works for negative affirmations because when you keep saying, "Oh, this so sucks" every day, every day, every day, that's what you hear and that's what you put out into the universe. So I always try to say, flip the script, and instead of saying it's Monday and I have to go to work, it's Monday and I get to go to work because there's lots of people in the world that don't even get to go to work, that don't have those things. So in your case, you're talking about being unhappy at work and that you feel sick every time you have to be there. That is a negative environment. Try to pick something positive and happy about work. One thing every day. And
You know what?
on Mondays
If
or
she's
whenever your
unhappy,
Monday,
is she looking for a new job? Like, I don't understand people who don't like their job who won't leave their job. Okay, I don't like my job. I'm going to look for another job.
yeah. Um, again, start out on your quote Monday and say, I get to go to work today. I get to go to work today. And when you start putting that out there, say another happy thing about your work. Oh, I get to go to work today. And then today I get to, you know, talk with Karen or whoever, or I get to work on this report.
You know
So
what else happened
change
to
that.
me? Because I used to hate my job too, Miss Sherry. There was a guy every time I had a meeting with him, and there's still people in our department. They'd be like, "Is such and such going to be on the list?" Oh, then I don't want to be there. This is a very argumentative person on the on calls and stuff. Nobody likes to do calls with this person. So anytime I had a call with this person, I used to be like, "Oh, dreading it." I would just wake up that morning and just be in a foul mood. So I started to get up in the morning and be like, "Okay, today is going to be a great day. We're going to go on this meeting. We're going to have this call with such and such, and it's going to be amazing. I'm not going to argue with this person. We're going to get all the information. We're out." And the more I did that, the more the calls went a little bit easier. It wasn't so adversarial. He wasn't so argumentative. He would give me the information that I need. I would we would end the call and everybody would end peacefully. But I had to command it to be the way that I wanted to be, or I had to see it that way. Like she's telling you to say, "Oh, I get to go to work," and all those things. You have to see it in a different direction. And all I did was say, "You know what? This is going to be a pleasant call. Everybody's going to get along. Everything is going to be fine. I'm going to get the information I need." And so the degrees of difficulty kept declining, declining, declining because I expected it to be something better. And I don't know if that was just me being a little bit more patient or if it actually was this person not being such an adversary
A
when we
dick.
were on the call. Exactly. I wanted to say an asshole, but not being that way and it just turning out better. And you know what else? He was training somebody else, and I thought that person was just going to be just as ugh, difficult as he was and not. He stepped back a little bit, so I don't even have to deal with that. But again, that's in you speaking the things that you want into existence, which again goes to affirmation, believing that it's a certain way and speaking it that way and allowing it to happen. So Monday, you're supposed to go into work again. So you wake up Monday and you say, "You know what? This is going to be a great week. This is a great Monday. I am ready to conquer this day. Any obstacles that become my way, I will have the information and the knowledge that I need to move forward in a positive way and overcome these obstacles or these difficulties easily." You speak it the way you want it to be. You're commanding the universe to do what you want to do. This is your energy that you're calling, that you're telling to move forward. So how do you want it to move forward? Oh, because you love your present company. Okay. So I'm applying to transfer, but I don't know if they'll approve it. Okay. Um I'm not going to tell you to resign ever because I've been a person who resigned from a job without having another job. And for me, it just wasn't that great. But this is how they showed it to me. Miss Sherry, were you done? I'm sorry because I just
Yes,
cut right
ma'am.
in. Okay. And so
Yes,
the way
you
that I
did.
saw, they kept showing me you at night. They showed me you at night in the water swimming against the current. instead of swimming with the flow of the water. You're swimming against the current. So nighttime means for me, you don't want anybody to know. So you're battling through a situation and you're not telling anybody how unhappy you are, or nor are you asking for help. Like, are you going to your supervisor and letting them know what your what issues you're having? Not necessarily just bitching about the job, but are there any other opportunities coming up where I can expand my knowledge, where I can grow in this direction? I am going through a similar thing, not where I'm totally unhappy with what I'm doing, but other opportunities are coming up and I'm exploring them so they could take me into different ways, because you just kind of get, sometimes you just kind of know, you just kind of get that feeling, and you could kind of see the writing on the wall as to way something is going based on the decisions that are being made in your department or in your company, and you're mentally, or your guides are trying to prepare you to transition to something else. So you could explore those things. Like, I don't feel like you're telling anybody what your issues are. You're just kind of silently dealing with it and letting it overtake you. You seem restless at night because they're showing me the nine of swords. Like, I had a coworker that used to have the Sunday night jitters because Monday was coming and they hated work so much. And so you seem to have those restless nights on Sunday or just before your week starts, because you're anticipating it being a horrible week instead of anticipating it being a great week. Why would I anticipate horror? I'm always going to anticipate it being good and working out in my favor. So I'm going to approach every single Monday with, this is going to be a great week. This is the week that everything changes. This is the week that everything works out in my favor. This is the week that I get the transfer. This is the week that I get the decision that they're going to allow me to transfer. This is the week. So you speak those things in, so that when you start your Monday, you're already anticipating it being a great day instead of anticipating it, because you're calling in a negativity. What do we say? You attract what you think on. So you're thinking it's going to be a negative week. It's going to be a negative week. You have to call it in the way that you want it to be. Like, if Sherry Berry tells you her story about how she got into her new position, she was unhappy there. She spoke what she wanted to happen. She wanted things to change, and they did, just not in the way that she wanted them, not in the way that she anticipated. Sometimes we say we want to change and we think, oh well, everything's just gonna smooth out and the paper's gonna not be wrinkled and we're just gonna be kumbaya. But they said, nope, you don't even need to be in this atmosphere. We're gonna cut this whole cord to this situation. We're gonna move you somewhere else. And so now you get that perfect transition. You get the change that you want. It just didn't look like the way you wanted it to be. So a lot of times we despise the change because it doesn't look like the road that we thought it should be on. But our higher power always sees the whole story when we only see a part of it. Okay.
Oh, tarot. Okay, wait, I thought I blocked that person like a million years ago.
I thought I did too. But Tarot Killer, oh, are you reading tarot now?
Right, he's talking to my sister. Ha, that's funny.
Hey, Lewis.
That is
Happy
not.
unbelated birthday, grown ass man.
Oh, grown ass man, did I miss your birthday? Fuck, I'm an asshole. Sorry. It's a tarot killer is a troll, Candy, basically.
So I just blocked them from the stream. You are you would have to block them from your page in order for them not to
Yeah,
be in there. But I did block them from the stream and
I'm
from my YouTube.
I'm doing that
So
right now.
Catherine, things are looking up for you. If you see them looking up, you have to change the direction of the way things are going. This is the lesson in this for you, is just to recognize your power and how you control how things are going to move forward. So are you going to step into positivity, or are you going to continue to walk the road of negativity? Basically, all they want you to do is to see your power in the situation and how you can affect change. Always know that you are in control of your destiny and how you're moving forward. Not necessarily how you're going to get from A to B, but you're in control of putting your request out there and allowing the universe to get you there, or your higher power to get you there how you need to be. So what you're doing is despising the change because it doesn't look like what you want. And what they're saying is, go forward. We're trying to push you forward. Change is coming and
How
you're
do
going to
you
get what you want. Just see it
how
different.
do you
Okay.
how do you block somebody on
You usually
YouTube?
have to go to their comment. So if you don't see their comment on your, which if you don't see, you should be able to see their comment in
Okay,
your thing,
my
and then you have to click
chat.
on them and block them specifically.
Okay,
All right,
that's
so I hope that
weird.
helps, Miss Catherine. Um, Again, they're saying you'll be in this energy as long as you allow yourself to be in this energy. So again, Don's book, The Ultimate Power Within, um, on Amazon. Of course, I don't have the links like everybody else because I'm just not that. You know what? I just haven't done it. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm lazy and I just haven't done it. But again, you can go on at Don Rumor Rivera on Amazon. The Ultimate Power Within, and get that affirmation book. I listen to affirmations every night before I go to sleep. Again, I got my affirmation, the one that for that all my wants and needs are met. I think I have that in here. So that's just a good one that I say every morning. You know, when I wake up, I command my day to be better. I say that immediately. And sometimes when I over and over and over and over, I believe in infinite abundance and all my wants and needs are always met. Or I am so grateful that all my wants and needs are met so that I can get out of that negative energy into someplace more positive. So sometimes I use it as a mantra. I just say it over and over and over and over until that helps. I hope that does help you out. Hi, Samir. Or is it Samir? Sareem. Hi, Sareem. I said Samir. Is it Samir? No, Sareem. Hi, Sareem. All right. So I hope that helps you out. All right. Who is next? We got Catherine. Josie, are you still here? Shari is next, and then April, and then Bonnie, and then Valerie. Okay. All right. So we're moving along. Anybody else, if you have a question, just put it in there. Lewis, I hope you had a great birthday. If I didn't call your name, that means I didn't get your question, but you can put your question in there and I'll put it on the list for you, okay? All right, so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start with Josie. Are we saying your name right? You never corrected us, so I hope so. But I like to get people's name right because I'm going to your higher power on your behalf, and I love to say your name correctly when I go to your higher power.
Okay, so I have the Five of Hearts, the Queen of Clubs, and the Three of Spades. So the Five of Hearts is talking about healthy growth in relationships and family, a union, unity. Um, and then I have the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Clubs, Queen of Clubs. So the Queen of Clubs is a person that is nurturing, that is wise, that is loving, that gives you support and the things that you need, or you or it to be yourself that you are that person because it's in the current position. Um, so that you are the nurturing person, you are the that strong figure with good female energy or feminine energy. And then my three of um, clubs is that the setbacks and the roadblocks and the trials, and you've fought through them and you've done everything that you needed to do to get through them, but it's still a bumpy road ahead because it is in the future position. Um, it's kind of a scattered reading. So let me try to focus a little bit. So is there like love and happiness and togetherness with a female nurturing energy that somehow is helping you get through this garbage, this fighting, this strife, this battles, these setbacks, and these roadblocks. That's what I'm getting. It's all over the place. It's like, and I can't get I can't seem to get a full on grasp on it.
Okay, you great for being a subscriber. All of you that are asking questions, if you're asking about how somebody else feels about you or relationship with somebody else, I can give you a general reading. I cannot give you a reading about someone else's feelings towards you because I don't have their permission to tap in. I have your permission to tap into your energy, but I don't have their permission. And it's kind of like reading their diary. And I don't want to go into somebody else's thoughts if I don't have their permission to do it. I know other readers do it. Other people are okay with that, but I'm just not okay with that because I wouldn't want someone else going to somebody else and asking about my thoughts. Okay. So, all of you that are asking about those love things, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tell you how somebody else feels, but I can give you a general reading about yourself. And if love comes up, then I'll let you know. But I am not going to tell you how somebody else feels about you. It's inappropriate to me and it just feels intrusive onto them. Okay. I know, Lewis, there's nothing I can do about that. It
When
just
it
is
gets
what
her
it is.
internet connection, because her screen will get blurry and then she cuts in and out. So I think it's just her internet connection. Oh, and by the way, if anybody wants to donate to my Cash App, I will accept all donations. I got a speeding ticket yesterday. Let me tell you, I'm lucky I didn't get arrested. That's all I have to say for that.
Y'all know I done been in a car with Sherry Berry. I am not surprised. She drive her car like Mario Kart. I am not even playing. I'm surprised.
You're
Where
surprised
were
it
you
took
going,
this
Sherry?
long?
Where were you
I was
going, Sherry?
coming, I was coming back from Las Vegas. I do have Zelle, yes. But yes, I was doing 90 and a 65. And the people in my car were pot smokers, and we had just gone to the world's largest dispensary. The car reeked like weed. In fact, it still smells like weed. There was a handgun in the car. And they were like freaking out, and I was like, "Don't panic, don't freak out. I'm not under the influence of anything but four Red Bulls since I'd been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. And we'll be okay. No, don't make any crazy moves. Don't move the gun. Don't do anything." And yeah, so he comes back and he said, 90 miles an hour is criminal speeding, but we are just going to give you a speeding ticket so you can take traffic school. And I was like, thank you, gods and goddesses, for protecting me today.
No, don't do it. No, 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 no.
Listen, I'm telling you, speed demon over here. Listen. I knew it was criminal speed. I knew it had to be because let me tell you, speed demon over here. When she put, listen, it's like her foot just be a magnet to the thing, and she just press. Listen, you'll have whiplash. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not even surprised.
Lewis, stop that.
Exactly, exactly. I'm not even a little bit surprised. Lord help the child, people. Listen,
Listen, it's my first
Mario
ticket.
Kart. She drive like Mario Kart. I'm not even playing.
It's my first speeding ticket, knocking on something organic, since 2008. No, 2006.
You must have took your invisibility cloak off because that's the only way you ain't got more ticket is that you've been invisible. Put your invisibility cloak back on
I do
so they
have a
don't see you
mojo
on the
bag in my
road.
car. I do have protections around my car, so
Put your invisibility cloak back on. Listen, Miss Lewis, this is what Miss Julie says. She hope your Father's Day was as fabulous as you are. So I hope so too. I did say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are in here. Listen, everybody who knows Sherry Berry, we are not surprised. We are like, I got it. Sorry, Josie. Um, back to you. Because I hope you got everything that Sherry Berry said. And then we just went on a rant about driving school. Listen, you take the live class too. You go in and take the class, and don't read through and watch the videos. You need to go in class, in live, and talk to the gentleman live in class with Sherry Berry.
yes, Mom.
Lord help the child. Ask your guys how to make your foot light as a feather instead of heavy as a brick because you hit listen. We drove to Sedona. Listen. We got there like the Jetsons.
We got there in a timely fashion and in one piece.
like the Jetsons, and we don't even have a space car. All right, so back to you, Miss Josie. So this is how they showed me you because I didn't get to read you and I lost. Oh, okay. I thought I lost the vision. So they, as Miss Sherry was talking, they showed me you on a hood of a car. It was like an old school, one of those. It was one of the old, older car, and I don't know anything about cars, but it was a nice. It was a long older car. It was a convertible, and you were like laying on the hood of the car. You were like just out there, not having a care in the world. And so they were showing me that you were being nostalgic, like you were looking back on your life and thinking about when you thought you were greater, when you thought you were doing better, when things were going a little bit better in your life. And you're looking back and you're in that 5 of Cups energy. What I lost, what I don't have, what I used to be, my shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And what they want you to say is you can watch that show all you want. It's never going to change. It's like a rerun. Nothing in there is going to change. The outcome is still going to be the same. Everything from the past is the past, unless you have one of those time machines and you know how to go backwards. But what they're saying is nothing's going to change. You need to accept that that is the reality of what it is. It's in the past. Yes, there were some greater times. There were some worse times. But what's coming ahead of you, again, like the Don and all of us always say, your rear view mirror is smaller than your windshield for a reason because you can't change anything in the past. You only need to see what's coming forward and you need to focus on forward. You've had a couple hits because they showed me you taking these hits where you've been knocked down and now you're trying to find your way forward. A lot of you must be going through a lot of painful situations or a lot of endings, but this is that time of endings, or so I've heard, where a lot of karma is being released and all that, blah 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 blah. Plus, it's a full moon. Again, Sherry Berry just said that the 21st is the 20th, the solstice.
20th is the
So,
solstice,
and the
and the
full
full
moon is
moon
the
is on the
21st.
21st. And I
So that's even more
strawberry for
magnified.
full moon. Yep.
So go ahead and release all those things that no longer serve you. You can release pain, you can release guilt, you can release shame, you can release
Apparently,
hurt, you can
job.
release friends, you can think jobs, person, place, things, anything that no longer serves you. And if you don't know what to release, then just say that. I say that to my higher power. I release all those things that no longer serve me. I let go of all those things that are weighing me down or not allowing me to excel, right? So I let all of those things go. But do be aware that in those times that you're releasing, you could be a little bit emotional. You could just break out in tears. You could just have, you're going to be a little bit off center. So if you know where your emotional balance is, where you normally are on your regular day, you could be a little bit off in either direction, like way too aggressive or way too mild, where you're almost in that sad and depressive state. So you're going to release these things, allow them to go. When you get into those times where you feel like you're way off, like I'm a little bit too more aggressive or I'm a little bit too sad, thank your higher power for releasing those things because they're going. Allow them to go and usher in the new things and be ready to call in those things that you do want and set your new intentions. They're showing me you're at a very transitional time, but you're thinking so much back on where you used to be, you wish that you could move forward a little bit better, right? And so what they're saying is to see what is coming towards you versus what you've lost. How can you make this part of your life the greater part of your life? And that's the thing you need to ask. They want to know, how do you want to move forward? What do you want to do? What is it that you have dreamed or you've wanted to do? What are your desires? It's like they're showing me the star card, but you've cut all the stars out because you don't want to throw any more wishes out there. You've had such bad luck or you've had a series of things that have not turned out right, and so you don't want to wish anymore. You don't want to go out there and ask them to do anything for you. So they're showing me the star card, but you cut all the stars out because you're no longer wishing upon a star. You're no longer hoping. You're just in a little bit of a lull and a sadness. And they're saying a little bit because it's going to pass. You just have to let those emotions work through. Stop trying to press them down and say they don't exist. Allow them to work through. Allow yourself to have that day where you just kind of veg out and you just kind of hermit mode and pull yourself back and deal with those emotions, because once they're free, then they're gone. The longer you hold on and try to suppress them or mask them, the harder it's going to be. Or the more you think about your shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the harder it's going to be for you to move forward and where you are exactly trying to go. So right now, you're not even in your vehicle trying to move forward. You're just laying on the hood of your vehicle, thinking about all the places you've been and all the things that you've gone through. And they want you to get in the vehicle and get ready for this journey to move forward. Go ahead.
Just
Okay.
not my vehicle.
Listen, don't let Sherry Berry be your driver. We can see that now, or y'all all gonna be end up in traffic court. That's all I'm saying. So that's how they're showing it to me, is that you really need to be ready to move forward and makes and let the emotions go through. That's what they're showing me, is you're not letting the emotions fall through. Like you have the swords in your heart, but they're continuously stabbing you over and over because you won't just let it bleed out. Just go ahead and let all that sadness and everything bleed out and go away. Let those tears go. I always say your tears are watering the seeds that you planted, the hopes and dreams that you want to move forward. But it seems like you've dug all your wishes out of the ground because you're thinking that it's not going to work out for you. And they're saying, go ahead and put your desires out there again of how you want to move forward from now. You have a little bit more knowledge, you have a little bit more experience, you've seen how things have gone, but you're still ready to move forward. You're still alive. You still have things that you are working for. And so they're showing me that you need to go ahead and move forward. They're showing me you getting back on a train, like you're getting in a different vehicle, like you're no longer driving. You're getting in a train, which has a little bit more power, has a little bit more speed, and you want to do this journey with someone. So I don't know if you went through a relationship loss, but they're saying you're trying to get in a car with people, or you're trying to be more open and meet new people and go on this journey with loved ones, family, friend, people who can celebrate you versus doing it alone. You don't want to go by yourself. And that's how they're saying open up to and allowing those things to be released so that you can move forward lighter and stop carrying those bags, because they're showing me the 10 of wands and you're carrying a load that you're ready to put down. You're past that. It's time to move forward. And so that's how they're showing it to me. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Josie. And that gives you a little bit of hope on how to move forward. Again, ask your higher power, how do I move forward? What is my next step? How do I move forward productively? How do I allow this hurt or whatever it is that I'm feeling? But be honest with what you're feeling too. A lot of times we're not honest. I'm not hurt. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm better. I'm moving on. If you're not honest with the emotions that you're feeling, you're never going to be able to work through them, to know how to deal with them and to get past them if they come up again, or if you have another situation that inflicts those emotions on you. How do I move forward? How do I deal with frustration? I say my affirmation. Now that may change in the future. I may have to either come up with another affirmation or another technique, but I know that when I'm frustrated, this is what I need to do. I need comedy. I need something else to defer me from where the sadness is coming from, where the frustration is, or I need to ask my higher power how to command this situation in order to make it better. So you need to decide, how do I move forward? How do I do this productively? How do I release the pain but still be able to function in a day-to-day basis? So those are the things that you need to ask your higher power on how to move forward. So I hope that helps. Okay, Miss Josie? So there you go. So who do we have next? We have Shari next, and then April. April, are you still here? Shari, are you here? And then Bonnie, and then Valerie. Okay. So let's go with Miss Shari, if she's still here. She wanted a general. I love y'all with these generals. Y'all ain't asking no questions because y'all don't want to know nothing specific. Y'all just like, what does the universe want to tell me? And that's exactly what I'm saying. What does the universe have for Shari? Okay, so go ahead, Miss
Oh, shit. Okay. I really hope that I'm gonna get some cards that are not the spades. Like,
Naya Shanice, did you put a question there? I hear you saying I'm here, but I don't have a question. Did you put a question? April, you're next. And then Miss Bonnie.
okay.
All right. Got you,
So
Candy.
for Miss Cherie, I have a 5 of diamonds, a 9 of clubs, and a 6 of diamonds. And our diamonds are pentacles, which is money and abundance and happiness and the future and luck and home and social circles. So, with that, with the 5 of diamonds, I did say clubs. The 5 of diamonds is laughter, good family gatherings, no worries in the world. Everything's happy, everything's in a good space and place for you, and it seems like you're in a really good direction. The 9 of clubs tells me that there's, how they're always saying like the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, but your grass is greener because been the one who's been putting in that work, and you've been the one that's putting in that labor, and you're the one that's doing that. So you're reaping the rewards of your work. You're reaping what you've sowed. You're gathering those benefits. That would make sense on why you have this card, which is happiness, and then this card, which is making good decisions, and you're on the right path. So all of these cards are saying that whatever you're doing it right, and that you are having you are divinely where you are supposed to be. Keep up the good work. They're proud of you. And sorry, they're applauding. They're your guides, your ancestors are like, yeah, great job, whoop whoop. They're celebrating, and they want you to be celebrating the work that you've done for yourself as well. I do hope that makes sense for you. I hope that resonates for you. I just see like a lot of tilling, a lot of hard work. So congratulations. That's a lot of good stuff. And that more good stuff is coming. Like your heart is a very good, pure heart, and you do things for people, for yourself. You remember to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. So there's the cup, and whatever's running over is what you're giving to other people. You're not replenishing your cup. You're making sure your cup is full before you do this. And because of that, it all is always coming from the purest part of your nature. Um, and I think this is why you have this really good path that you're on.
Okay, so true in that the ancestors are calling, because they told me to put those cards away and get out the black tarot. And I like this because it's an ancestral awakening book. And so the way that they're showing it to me is, this is your ancestors. They looking at you because they don't recognize who you are. They're saying you're not standing in your power. You're dealing with, you're wrestling with something, because you're in a 9 of Wands. And the nine of nines here is 9 of Swords energy. So you're wrestling with something. Something's keeping you up. You're going over something over and over and over and over in your brain. But you know there's a decision that you have to make, or there's something that you're dealing with that you have to figure out how to move forward, and you're mulling it over and over and over and over, not necessarily sleepless nights, but it's on your mind, and you know that you have to make a decision about it. What your ancestors are showing to me, because they were very distinct in how I pulled the cards and how I had to lay them out, is that I like the way that they do this 7 of Wands. It's standing in your power. So this is the whole task force right here. This is the whole police department, and this is her by herself. And she's brought out tear gas or sage. She's saging them, because I read the book on these. They were very clear that I had to read the book before I could use these. She's saging them. She's getting rid of the negativity. She's standing her ground in front of them. And what they're saying is, you're not standing your ground, and you're not standing in the power of your ancestors. They're like, we know this ain't who we raised. This ain't who we built you to be. You're stronger than this. You're a fire. You make better decisions than this. It seems to be that there's an outside source that is influencing your decisions, and you're being a little bit timid, or you're standing back from who you are. And so they're not recognizing who you are. Why aren't you fighting? Why aren't you standing in your power? You know who you are. You're normally bold. You're normally in your Empress energy or in your Emperor energy, but you're standing back. You're in this worried energy. You're not standing your ground. This is where they're saying you have all of this ability. All these are spirits that you have on your team that you're not using. They can hold back anything, and you'll have the victory. They've already given you the victory. This is a 6 of Wands. You already have the victory. This is the victory after the battle. This is the victory after the battle. This is where you are. You're worried about something. This is them telling you to stand your ground. We're here. We're the in between. We're fighting this battle for you. You got the victory. You're not standing in the power that you know that you should be standing in. Where are you in making this decision? You're better at this. You're not using your logic. You seem to be more in a heart space, in a heart over head space. You're not making your decisions on clear logic and what you know to be true, or what you know even from your gut or your intuitive side. You're very intuitive. They're like, you know better than this. We taught you better than this. If it walk like a duck and it talk like a duck, then it's a duck. They said, stop trying to make it a chicken. Stop trying to make it a little pet dog. It's not. If it's a duck, then let it be a duck. Stop trying to make it be something that it's not. I like how they have all these little eyes on there because you're not seeing things the way that they truly are. You're seeing them in a different light and you're seeing them in a little bit more kinder. You're like giving somebody a little bit more grace or some situation more grace than it needs to be. And they're saying, no, all eyes are on you. And you know why? Because we don't understand who you are. This is not who we've led you to be. This is where you're supposed to be and you're not there. But this is what they're saying. Once you get there, again, I told you got the victory. Very next card, victory again, the chariot card. That's movement forward. That's you controlling where you're gonna go. That's fierce victory, moving fast because you're in control of it. You're riding the chariot. You're winning the battle. That's the chariot energy. Again, they gave you the victory. Stand in your power. This is where you're heading to this. And I like it because it's green. It's abundant. It's abundance for me. Green is always power, abundance, growth, things coming into something better. Then they're saying they're planning. This is the planning. You made plans. You know what you want to do, but for some reason, you're not standing in who you are to do what it is that you've planned. You've made plans. You know what you want to do. Something is keeping you from following through on that plan. What is it that's keeping you from following through? You got the victory here. We got the victory here. We're ready to move forward and to conquer this. That's the word that they want me to say. Conquer this situation. Conquer this person, this situation, whatever it is, you're ready to conquer it. You're just not doing it. Yeah, it's been hard work. You're Eight of Pentacles, but you know what you're doing. You've been working on this. They've been building you into this. This is that Eight of Pentacles. This is that patience. This is that apprenticeship. This is them teaching you and you knowing and you using the knowledge that they gave you to move forward. Yeah, it's been hard work, but you're ready to move on because right after that is the Nine of Pentacles, and you definitely want the Nine of Pentacles, which is that independent free flowing energy where you're not depending on anybody else for what it is that you need. You've put in the hard work. You've made the plans. Your victory is imminent. They've given you the victory before you even started the work. They gave you the victory a long time ago. How are you going to stand in your power? And if you don't know how that is, if you don't recognize how you're giving away your power, they're saying ask. What is it that I need to do to stand in my power? What is it that I need to do to recognize my power? Where is it that I'm not recognizing my power? What is it that I'm not seeing that you're giving to me? Where is that victory? But they're saying go with your original plan. You've changed your plan based on an outside source, and they're saying go with your original plan. Go with what you know to be true. Go with your gut. Use your intuition over that heart space. You're a little bit too much in your heart and not enough into your intuitive, your gut, into what you know to be true. Be in that your power. Recognize the power that you hold in the situation is how they're telling them. Hi, Ann Iva. Hi, Kelsey Wells. I can give you a general reading on that. And I'll put you in there and see what we got coming up for you. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Shari. They're saying that you really do need to stand in your power and recognize who you are. Like you've forgotten who you are. They haven't forgotten, but they don't recognize the person you've allowed this situation or this outside influence. They're clear that it's an outside influence. This isn't coming from inside. This is an outside influence that is influencing you or that is getting you off track and you need to get yourself back on track. So that's how they're showing it to me. I hope that helps. Okay. All right. So then next we have April and then Miss Bonnie. All right. So April, here you go. And then Valerie and then Naya and then Candy and then Kelsey and Ann. All right. So we're getting to the 2 hour mark. Let me know, Miss Sherry, when you need to go and I'll stop putting people on the list because I know it's going on 6 o'clock. That's it, 6 o'clock. That is kind of late. We've been on about an hour and a half. Okay. You're welcome, Shari. I hope that helps. All right, so she wants a general. Go ahead, Miss Sherry. And I love these cards. They were perfect for Shari in this situation.
I like that you one didn't have that deck. Considering like I purchased that deck a while
I've
ago.
never seen it before, ever, anywhere. I've never seen it.
And
Alicia says she has it. She has it, but I've never seen it before.
yeah, it was like when I saw it, I was like, that's Angie
I
all
love it.
over that deck. I've had it in my car traveling with me. I've had it sitting on my altar. I've had it back in
I
my
have a gift
car.
for Miss Julie that has been sitting in my car, that's been sitting in my closet in a gift bag since Christmas. I went over Miss Levita's house to her housewarming. Oh my gosh, I just love Miss Levita's house. It's so her. And I said I
Yeah,
was gonna bring it and left it at home and didn't even give it to her. So she'll get it again in time for next Christmas.
okay.
Tori, let's see.
Yeah.
I got your
Okay.
question, Tori.
What is it about these spades today? So I got the Jack of Spades, which is a trickster, a rebel, an untrustworthy person or lover in your life. Huh. And then I got
April, are you
the,
even here? Is April here? Did she confirm that she's here? I thought she did earlier. Is she here? Oh yeah, she's here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
okay, the Ace of Clubs. So the Ace of Clubs, it, standing in solitude, standing in like it's the beginning. It's a beginning, but you're being isolated about it. I hate it when they tell me shit like this. Um,
Say what you just said again. What did
I
you
said,
say?
shit, I hate it when they tell me
No,
stuff
not
like
that.
this.
What you were saying about
Oh,
her. Was it something about standing in her power?
standing in solitude.
Okay.
Okay. And then I get the Five of Clubs, which is um, encouraging times, abundance at work, pays off, and strong filled. Okay, so I don't mean to pry and I don't want to get into anything that's too sensitive, but for some reason they are telling me that there's a person in your life who is abusive towards you. I don't know if that's a physical abuse, a mental abuse, an emotional abuse, a social abuse, an economic abuse, but somebody is in there taking advantage of you and causing you harmful situations. Um, and that is why you are feeling isolated and by yourself. And that is also why you are burying yourself in work, which is which is giving you good results at work, but you're still dealing with this other bullshit. And I, I don't know if this person is somebody at work that's giving you these problems and you're feeling isolated at work, or if it's your personal life, because they're not making that part clear to me, but they are saying something about like an like if this person is specific going to cause you problems, this person is doing it intentionally, maliciously. Yeah, I just it's not it. I don't know. I could be completely off whack here. So you can either tell me yes, you could tell me to piss off, you can tell me whatever the heck you want to tell me, but that's kind of like where it is. And you got nothing? You got anything about that?
Um, geez. Um, yes, that's why I asked you what you said, something about standing in our power, because they were very clear not to use the cards that I had, and they wanted me to use the Modern Witch Tarot. And to me, Modern Witch Tarot is a very feminist energy because all of the everybody on the card is a woman. There's no men in the card. Everybody's a woman, and I love that card. So while Sherry Berry was talking, a couple cards popped out, um, and they were showing me that there's progress that you're trying to make. Like they showed me the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is something that is gonna come. It's guaranteed. It's consistent. It's just very slow moving. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. And so, what the energy that I heard? Are you thinking about starting a new business? Is there something going on? Like you have a product or something that you're trying to get out, and it's gonna come for you. Like I see the Ten of Pentacles. I see you getting what you want, making the money that you want and it getting on its way, but it's been slow moving. Like you have a product or some kind of service that you are trying to get out. Is that true? And it's just taking a long time. But then I get the Page of Wands, which is that new budding energy, that creativity, that enthusiasm. This is that information coming to help you to move along forward. And so they're showing me that it's coming. You see that it's budding. It's usually that youthful energy that, okay, I'm ready to move forward. Let me see a different way to approach this. So it's been moving slow, but it's coming for you. Like that 10 is coming for you. And then when I said the new energy is coming, these are the cards that they told me to put together. So the information is coming. You're going to get this information that's going to help you to make this decision in order to get this business off and launched and moving forward. It's just been really slow. Like maybe you've had to do a lot of research, or you've had to do a lot of trial and error, or you've had to start and then you have had to stop, and then you've gotten so far and then you had to revamp. Like there's a lot that's been going on behind the scenes, and nobody sees how hard you've been working in order to get it even to just where you feel like it's nowhere. Like I put in all this hard work and nothing's happening. Or I've done all this research, I've done all this preparation and nothing's happening. But what they're saying is that it's coming. You've been consistent. You've been dependable. You've been working hard at this. And I know it's been slow moving. It's like kind of developing a drug for a disease. All this research is going in. It feels like it's all this years that we put in here. And finally it's coming out, but it's slow. But it's going to be the miracle drug. It's going to be what everybody needs. It's going to be something that is necessary that people are going to very much accept. And the information is coming to you. This is all information. This is all action. These are all things that are coming to you. This is usually somebody either communicating with you, giving you information, or you learning something. It's a very useful, creative, enthusiastic energy. But they also want, you seem to be teetering back and forth between pessimism and optimism. Like it's going to happen. Oh, it's been taking so long. It's never going to happen. When is this going to happen? And these could just be general things that you say. Like sometimes we'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. When is this traffic going to explain? And so you're speaking these negativity things, but not in a conscious way. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. This is taking so long, but not realizing that you're putting that negativity out there. Because I normally only read upright. I don't read reversals. And this came out in reverse, but they showed it as spinning or back and forth, because sometimes you're in a positive energy where I could do out here, it's going to be great. Into I put all this work in there and I just don't know what to do next and I don't know how to get it out there. So you're teetering back and forth. And what they're saying is you're moving to your 9 of cups. You're going to get exactly what you want. Just be ready for it. You see how she's sitting there like, oh my God, she's waiting on that victory to come. You're in your 9 of cups. You're going to get it. You're going to get that abundance that you want. They're all both coming. Wish fulfillment in both situations. It's taking a long time and the journey's been a little bit hard. Stay positive, stay focused on what you're trying to get to. Stay focused on this wish fulfillment and get out of this. Again, yes, Miss Julie, divine timing. It's moving along the way that it should be, but you're taking all the right precautions. And I don't know if you've ever been called like a perfectionist, and it doesn't seem to be perfectionist energy. It just you wanting to be accurate, right? You don't want to put false information out there. You don't want to do anything that will harm somebody. So whatever it is, the product or service that you're trying to give, you want to make sure you're very knowledgeable in what you're doing so that you're just not spewing off things that you don't know about. And so you're very consistent and you're very concise in what you're doing, but it's just seeming like it's taking a long time, but you're moving toward it. Things are about to speed up. And they understand you teetering back and forth between this pessimism. They understand it. But this is where you're going. When I asked for advice from spirit, this is what I got. I got these 2 cards. One, try to stay in that positive energy and see the finish line. Focus on where you're going, not all the things that are in the way. It's like you see where you're trying to go, but you see all the things that are getting in the way. Maybe there's a fee for this. Maybe there's a new regulation here. Maybe there's a new product. Maybe there's a different way. I tried it that way and I had to do it way. There's a lot of things that have gone wrong, but it's giving you the experience. So imagine you going through all these things in the beginning stages and knowing what to look out for versus somebody just copying what you do, bursting out on the scenes, and they're experiencing all of this things real time, whereas you've learned from it while you were behind the scenes. And when you actually launch and get out there, that abundance is coming. That wish fulfillment is coming. So everything that you're trying to do is coming. Just stay focused on what your purpose is. That's what they're saying. Stay focused on the purpose that you decided to do, whatever it is you decided to do. Don't see the obstacles, see the purpose, because they're moving you to your purpose. And again, what I always ask my guides when I feel frustrated, what is my next step? How do I move forward productively? How do I get out of this frustrated energy and back into a space where I'm seeing the end result and not where I am? I'm not seeing the problem. I'm seeing where I want it to be. What the end result is. I'm seeing that. How do I get from that space where I am now to where I'm trying to be? And so just ask them and then allow them to help you to move forward. Okay. but you're definitely, it's definitely divine timing, and you're definitely on the right road. You're definitely doing it the right way. I think Miss Sherry told you all of those things, and so you are moving in the right direction. Allow that to go ahead and keep you focused on where you need to be, what your intentions was when you started it up in the first place. Okay,
Sarah
that's on your
Anderson didn't
page.
ask you anything, tarot reader, because
They're
Sarah
on your
Anderson just
Facebook
said hi to
page.
me.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna block them from Restream, but you can block them from your gracious people. All right, Miss April. So I hope that helps you
Right.
out. Miss Bonnie, you're next, and then Valerie, Naya, Candy, Kelsey, Anna. Okay, or Ann. All right, we're moving along, people, and I think we're gonna close out the list because it's getting pretty late, and we have like 7 more people on there. So Miss Bonnie says she wants a general. So Miss Bonnie, I hope you're still here, and then whenever you're ready, Sherry, you can go
Got
ahead.
it.
It's telling me to get a new set of
Blocked.
cards.
So I blocked them. I couldn't figure out how
Perfect.
to block the other one that was on my YouTube.
Oh, well, maybe. Well, I blocked them on YouTube and on Facebook, so maybe it worked on your page too.
Maybe, but I couldn't.
I haven't seen them in the comments anymore. You're moving to another state tomorrow, and you will be alone. Everything is going to work out better for you. You won't have all those outside influences or all those people giving you bad advice in this April. So things are going to work out in your favor. Don't worry about it. All right. So Miss Bonnie says she's here. Um, Go ahead.
I think my cards are fucking with me. I keep getting the same cards, but I'm thoroughly mixing my deck. I promise you. So I'm switching. Like everybody can't keep getting the same clubs and spades all day. So maybe that's just my energy.
Listen, when I get the same, I was gonna say when I get the same reading over and over and over again, that is my higher power saying, "Hey, hey, hey! I know you see these in other people, but do you see that in you? Hey, hey, hey!" They're crafty like that.
Crap
Miss
heads.
Bonnie, they actually told me to get out the Moonology cards for you, so I did, and it was right in the money of what they were saying. They were like, I heard it'll wait. It'll be over in the morning. It's like a church song that I used to hear, and I think it's by BBSCC or by the Winans, but it'll be all over in the morning. Like things are like it's rough, but it's getting better. And what is the Moonology card that came out? A waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in the direction that you're going. All these obstacles you're doing is because you have a
Hmm.
great message to come out. Stay consistent with your message and how you're moving forward. These obstacles are just challenging you to find other ways to do to get your message out there, to get to be creative. You're not really tapping totally into your creativity. You're just falling back on the things that are easy, and they're saying they want you to be a little bit more creative. They're like trying to get a spark, like they're showing me a match that they're trying to light on the floor, and you keep stomping on the match and it's keeping the spark from lighting. Like they'll scrape it and a little spark will stop, and you'll step on it because it's not what you're like. You're going back on comfort, and they want you to get a little bit out of that. They want you to be mindful, have faith in your dreams, and then they're saying, show the world the real you. Like, who are you really? Like, there's some aspect of you that they don't think that you're real, like people don't really know about you, and they're saying, show the world the real you. Who are you? And what's going on? Oh, she was born under a waxing crescent moon. Oh, see, and then the other one was a full moon in Aquarius, and it was purple. Is I think purple is your color too. Hi, Denise. But again, Miss Bonnie, they're saying it like those tough times are about to be over. Yeah, I know it seems like your affirmations aren't working. I know it seems like your positive thinking isn't working. It's like as soon as you say it, it's like something comes, like a Pac-Man comes through and gobbles up your affirmations, and it seems like it's not making it out there. But they're saying you can think it too. Like you're trying to speak it, but you can think it too. You can like there's different ways that you can get it out that you can write it. You can think it, you can speak it. There's different ways. Like if something's taking away your power in one way, how's another way to get that power out? Like they're just wanting you to see alternative ways in order to stand in your power and to move forward in your mission, because you're going to have to teach other people the same thing. Don't fall back on what you know. Things are constantly changing. You have to be ready to change. Page of Swords, that's that curiosity. That's that, exploring things, trying to figure out things, trying to get some clarity. You're very confused right now as to why you're having these setbacks. And what they're saying is, we want you to see all the different ways that you can solve a problem. There's more than one way. There's more than one way to get 4. There's 3 plus 1. There's 2 plus 2.
5 minus 1.
5 minus 1. There's all these different ways to get 4. How are you going to get to that stability? How are you going to find that place? And they want you to be a little bit more discerning and curious and think and like, okay, let me think about this. Let me find this clarity. What is it that is like you're getting too bogged down in the into like um into all the outside external forces, and they want you to see the internal forces, the internal power that you have, and to get back into that, being more in tune with who you are. Like you're allowing everything that's happening to you on the outside take you from your center and how you normally ground, how you normally tap in, how you normally would be, because you're in a defensive posture. Like, I just want to get through there. I just want to get here. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck was the moon card. Again, mystery. You're like you're fighting that carnal side versus that spiritual side, and you're letting that carnal, that real world, that 3D energy things kind of overshadow that spiritual side of you and how you know how to battle through this stuff. And they're telling me to let Sherry talk. So go ahead, Miss Sherry, go.
Oh,
Because you have a good message.
um, I got the 5 of Swords, which actually kind of validated what you were saying. So when I'm looking at the 5 of Swords and comparing it to the playing deck of cards, it is talking about prolonging things, letting things get overwhelming or out of control, but also having to let it go to move past it and working through it. And then I got the 2 of Pentacles, and what really on this card for me today was the 2 ships in the background that are dealing with this wavy ocean. Like, it's hard for them to navigate. So I feel like right now, again, he's juggling the pentacles, is like you're having a hard time navigating through this. But girl, look at in the end, you got the queen. You are this queen. You are on fire. She's a fire sign. She's powerful. She's in her presence. She's stoic. She is who she is intended and meant to be, and she has no problems with who she is. It's just getting through all of this bullshit, having that confidence, knowing that those things will come to fruition, believing in yourself, believing in those confirmations. And I get it. It's hard. It's hard to have those. I, hey, Angie has watched me for a year and a half sit there and say, no, no, I don't want to have a relationship. No, no, I don't want to have love. And yet I was still on dating apps. And she's like, why is your heart crying out for love? And then finally I was like, fuck this. I don't want any of this. And then I actually met somebody in January that seems to be going pretty well. But it was just like a year and a half of putting that out there and running into fucking brick walls and knowing like eventually it would come into fate. So it's hard, especially for us that are in this realm, to go, why aren't these things happening right now? We know better, we know how to make them happen, but we want to, and sometimes we get our reins pulled in. But this is going to be you. This is you. You just have to get through the shit. Sometimes you gotta rock through the muck before you get.
Two things. Sherry always make it seem like I'm so knowledgeable. I'll be like, did I say that?
What?
So smart. When you talk about me, I'll be like, oh, Sherry Berry make me seem like I'm so knowledgeable. I'll be like, girl, I said that. I did say that.
You did say that.
But another thing that they're saying for me, telling me to tell you, Miss Bonnie, is if this was your child and they were going through this, you would have all these solutions for them. So they're showing me that you're a wealth of references, abundance, information for others. If somebody else is going through something, you'll help them figure it out. You'll come up with all these solutions. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. You'll walk through the fire with them and help them to figure out what their problem is. you're having a hard time doing it for yourself because you're shouldering it all by yourself. But they're saying you have people around you, and maybe you should just let them know, because they're showing me that you're really not happy with some of the decisions that you've made, and you want to go back and make some changes, but you're just not sure because you don't want to make other people unhappy. Like you're sacrificing your happiness just a little bit because you don't want to make other people unhappy, and you know how other people are dependent or relying on you, is how they're showing it to me. Like, you're a rock for everybody else, but where's your rock? Where's your anchor? Where's your person that is holding you down and helping you out? And they're saying you need to just be a little bit more vocal to your loved ones about how you're feeling, and maybe they can offer you some solutions to outside of what you're going through. Like, you're going through it a customary way, and what are different other ways that you could find solutions to it? You're a wealth of knowledge to everybody else, but you're not thinking outside that box for yourself. You're going to what's comfortable, and they want you to be that resource for yourself that you are for others. Like, if somebody came to you and was like, oh, this is, you would be like, oh, well, go do this and go do that, and what about this and what about that, and you could do this and you could do that, and you'd have all these different solutions. But for you, you seem to be very much stuck in a way that you can't seem to see your way out of it. And they're saying maybe you need to have like a couple people that'll give you some advice on how to move forward, or a couple people that'll, you can just be like, hey, this is what I'm going through. What do you think? Or just, just express your frustration, and be okay with expressing your frustration, and um, not trying to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna battle through it, and that's just what it is. Some of these people will understand the frustrations that you're going through if you express it to them in a way to let them know that you're thinking about making changes, and it may affect you, the changes that I'm making, but I am thinking about making some changes, but it'll make me happier. Is how they're trying to. Yes, I like that, Miss Julie. Calling back your power, energy, and magic. And so they're just saying that you really, really, really need to ask people, and you can call on people that are on the other side or that are on this side. They're showing me more family that is alive that will help you in this realm, because there seems to be like you don't want to disappoint others, but you're okay living with the weight of it and the disappointment in yourself. Like, oh, okay, this is just something, I'm just gonna ride this out. Whereas you don't want to disappoint others, and they're saying show the world who you really are and what you really want. Make these decisions based on what's best for you, and other people will have to adjust. You've had to adjust to other people. Allow some of those people to adjust to you, and make do with you making other decisions, or you moving in a direction that is not what they thought you were going to do to find your joy and happiness. They're saying it all kind of resides in you, and you understanding the power that you hold, but also in expressing who you truly are. They keep telling me to hold this back up. Express who you are. This is an Aquarius full moon. We're going into a full moon. Express exactly who you are and exactly what you want, so that you can get what you want, and stop hiding behind not wanting to break somebody else's heart. You're very much thinking about others outside of you instead of what truly would make you happy, and not knowing that those people want you to be happy too. And if you're unhappy, they're willing, they'll support your decision also. Good, good. You've been doing that. Then you're already on the road to moving forward. But they're saying, again, continue to do so. Continue to move forward in all aspects. Like, they're showing me that there's a little part of you that is not really expressing yourself because you don't want to hurt others. And they want you to be a little bit more mindful of that, of not hurting yourself either, because you're just as important as everybody else. And your decisions need to make you happy as well as make other people happy also. Okay? So that's what I get. But they're saying hope is on the horizon. Again, it's all in you understanding the power that you have and seeing it a different way. Like, getting other, it may be just getting some outside people to tell you how it is. Because I can remember the first time I went to therapy right after my grandmother died. All these people were seeing me in this depressed state, in this, saddened state. They were saying the exact same thing. I went to this therapist. I told her everything that was going on. She said the exact same thing that my family was saying, but it was a different perspective. She was outside of the situation. She wasn't living the situation. I thought that they were just being nice because they were my family. They were just like, oh, no, 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 blah, blah, blah. But she saw it based on me telling her what was going on. She saw it the same way that they did. So it was just a different perspective. And it was like a light bulb went on because I got the same information, but from a different source. So it made a little bit different, sort of a little bit more information. So you just need a little bit more like outside of the box. You need somebody to just really rip off the band-aid and just say it. Like, just tell somebody, you know what? Just tell it to me exactly the way it is. Don't hold back. Don't be, don't be mean about it, but just be totally honest about it. What is it that you see that I need to change or that I need to do? Or, how would you approach this situation, and give you some honest feedback on how you should move forward. But there are resources available and people that are willing to help you in other ways. You just kind of got to think outside the box on some of the situations that you're going through, is how they're showing to me. So I hope that helps. You're welcome, Miss Bonnie. All right, I love that. That was good, good, good. And you know what? I totally understand that, because again, I have all these decisions and all these little tentacles that need to be. Miss Valerie, are you here? I hope you're here. You're up next. Miss Valerie, Naya, Shanice, Candy, Kelsey, and Tori. And Tori is our last person. Okay. So if you're here, if any of you are here, let me know. But Valerie, you're up next. But what I was gonna say is I have a lot of loose ends that I'm trying to clear up, and it's taking a long time, and I'm trying to see it one way, and then my higher power is seeing it another way, and I'm trying to get clarity, and I'm like, no, you're not trying to get clarity. You're trying to make the situation go your way. You're trying to do it through your own, the way you want it to be, and you're not the clarity is there. We've shown you the vision, we've shown you the victory, we show you where you're going. You just want it to go your way, and your bottleneck is that you're trying to make it go in a way that it's not supposed to go. Like, maybe I'm trying to go right and they're saying no, we're going left, or we're going straight, or we're turning around. But whatever it is, I'm the bottleneck in this situation. I'm missing the clarity, is how they're showing it to me. I like that. Yes, Miss Julie, think outside the box. I like that. I like that. I like that. So Valerie isn't here, and the first person that said she was here was Kelsey. So we're gonna go back to you, Miss Kelsey. And if Valerie comes in the next couple people, we'll go with her. But Kelsey says she's here, so we're gonna go with Kelsey. And then I think I saw Ann after that. All right. What is coming up in terms of love?
The other one was a love reading too.
Miss Bonnie, you may exit the chat, because I know that you're the one bringing all this filthy love in here, just breathing love all over us. Just breathing all this love all over us that we do not want. Okay, Naya. All right, you're here too. Okay. So in that order, I have Kelsey, and Naya, because you are the people. So Kelsey,
You cut out.
oh, I'm sorry. All
Now,
of you, can you hear me now? Okay. There's all of you who didn't answer. If we get to these people before you, we're just gonna cut you off the list. All right. So here we go. Kelsey is
yeah,
up.
farts.
I'm gonna use my Tarot of Mystical Memories deck. They're telling me to use this deck, so I'm gonna use that deck. And it was a gift. There's some slippery little suckers too.
Yeah, I'm going to use my crow deck. Candy's here.
All right, Miss Candy, got you. Oh, your new deck. I'm interested in that. Go. I do too, Miss Bonnie. I love this, and it was gifted to me, and I haven't used it in a while. And they're telling me to use it for Kelsey. I feel like she's a very creative person and artsy, and that's how they're trying
So I got this new deck that's really big,
to tell
too
me to
big
go
for my
with
hands,
Kelsey.
but it is a deck of it's crows and ravens. But it's crows. They're not ravens. I want a deck with ravens, but so I did get the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Swords, or I'm sorry, Wands in reverse. I mean, it normal. So, Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is my beautiful card. Can you see that? We got these crows. They're
What
eating, and then there's my little pentacles, and they're in the snow. I love the coloration.
which one is it? You just say Ten of Pentacles?
Okay. So Pentacles, money, abundance, prosperity. It's for you, it's in reverse, it's stalled. And then I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is telling me that you're holding on to things. So money's stalled out for you. Like it's not coming in abundance waves where you feel like you need it to. So you're hanging on to things, your monies, your abundances, for fear of it escaping you. And it's kind of funny because the wand, you have your crow is gathering your bundles and flying off with it. So I am interpreting, because I'm doing this as that right now money is not flowing freely for you, so you are hanging on to it for fear that it is slipping away from you and that you're looking at homelessness, or the loss of shelter for yourself. What the hell? Um, but I don't think you need to worry about the money as much as you think you need to worry about it. I think that it'll start flowing in freely. And I've found that the tighter I hold on to my money for fear, and granted, I was just out of work for 2 weeks, which really has set me back pretty far. And I got a speeding ticket that's going to be fucked up too. But um when you hold on to it instead of allowing it to flow freely, it doesn't come to you as well. So the things that I do to help money flow into me or abundances flow into me is I give what I can away. I don't hold money tight. I don't hold really tightly to money either. Do you have plans to move later this year? Okay. So are you saving the money so you can move? And it doesn't necessarily have to be money. Like Pentacles is abundance, and abundance has come in many different forms. And
I always
you
like to
know,
say
oh,
material
yeah,
things that you can see, touch, hold, like blessings, things that saving for something.
just waiting on a friend.
If you don't hold on to your money tight, what you just be out just.
I don't know. You just broke up. Yeah, I'm like giving money away. That's why I'm
Well, no,
speeding to
she
give it
said
to
I
the
don't really hold on to money tight. And so I'm like, well, are you just giving your money away? Like, what does that mean? Like, if you're not holding on to your money tight, you're just kind of freely just spending your money however. Like, what are you doing with your money? Like, if you're not holding on to it tight, or you're just, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, that's what I'm getting. And again, it's a newer deck for me. You're the first person that I've used this deck with. But that's what I'm getting is like there's money or abundance or materialistic things that it's not flowing freely for you, but that you are anticipating this move.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
That's what you meant. Okay, that okay, that makes sense. Um,
Okay.
okay,
I think I'm
so
just off. I think I was nailing it earlier, and now I just think I'm off.
so I actually did do a love reading for you, Miss Kelsey. This is what you get when you
What?
ask the Grim Reaper of Love to do a love reading. So I asked about your love life, and the first thing I got was the Page of Wands, which is something new, budding. That's information. That's a younger energy. That's a youthful energy. That is budding. That's passion. That's creativity. That's you hoping for things to come that way. You know, that's what you want. You want something new. You want something fresh. You want something romantic. You want something passionate to come your way. Uh, and then the Lover's card came up. So that could be a decision, or that could be actual, some kind of romantic encounter coming. So my next question was, what is keeping you from love? What is keeping you from finding love and stability? You don't have any stability right now. You don't know exactly where you're going to land, where you're going to be, what you're going to do. There's a lot of things that are up in the air. There's a lot of loose tentacles. There's a lot of if, ands, buts, or whatever. So you're planning on moving, right? So like they're saying there's so many things that are dependent upon something else. Are you really ready for a love to come in? If somebody came in right now and wanted to get serious with you, are you in a place where you're ready to do that? Are you dateable? Are you ready to commit to a relationship and be into that one-on-one space with that person? What does love look like to you? What does a relationship look like to you? Do they call you every morning? Do they let you know? Do they call you every night? Do they see you multiple times a week? Are you a good morning person, a good night person? Are you a how are you today person? What does love look like to you? You're asking me what is coming towards you in terms of love. What are you asking for to come towards you? What is it that you want in love? Because they're showing me you're not really stable in what you want or in where you're going to be. You have a lot of just the two of pentacles. Again, where are you in here? You got two twos, which are decision cards. You got the lover's card and you got this. But after the lover's card came out, I wanted a little bit of understanding. Okay, the lover's card is coming out because it came out after what you're seeking. This is what you want. Something budding, something youthful, something passionate to come in. This is what I want. This is the love that I want, but what's blocking me? I'm not stable. I'm not ready. I'm not secure. I'm not ready for that love to come in. I say that I am, but if it actually came, would I be in a stable enough position to move forward with the relationship? Would I be a good other person on the other side? Would I be a good significant other? So do you think that you're a good significant other at this time? Would you be able to commit to the relationship like you're doing? Like you're committing to your friend, you're waiting on this person to move. So then together, does that mean that you're no longer going to move in with your friend? So there's a lot of things that are up in the air that are preventing you because you haven't found your stability yet. So what is it that you want and how do you want it to move forward? How are you making your decision? What does love look like to you? Where do you want to go with that love is what they're saying. Okay. And so then again, decisions that you need to make, balancing that you need to do. How do I want to move forward? Do I want to be prepared to have something? Because if I get locked into this new lease with my friend, am I able to pull out and move into a relationship forward? Am I going to have the privacy? Am I going to have everything that I need to move forward in the way that I want love to be? Because am I ready for the love that I say that I'm ready for or that I say I'm desiring? Or are they going to give me this magnificent, beautiful specimen of a person with muscles bulging everywhere that has a lot of energy, as I say, it has a lot of energy. And am I going to mess that up because I don't have the time, because I'm scattered, because I'm not stable, because I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not doing what I want to do? Am I going to tear that relationship up? So are you ready for the love that you want to have? That's what your higher power is saying. Are you stable? Are you ready to make those decisions that will put you in a committed moving forward relationship? Or are you just wanting somebody to fill a space in your bed? Are you just wanting somebody to talk to? You decide how you move forward. Are you ready for a permanent love that you're ready to go to? Or are you ready? Because I went back to that page of wands and I said, tell me why this page of wands is here. What is it that she's desiring? And they told me, and so they gave me the Hierophant. That's that learning, that's tradition. So you do want a traditional marriage. You do want to be in love. You do want somebody to marry you. That's where you're wanting to go. But is that what you're putting out there to the universe? Is that what you're telling your higher power? Is that what you're accepting? Or are you just accepting one night stands? And if that's your thing, there's no shame in it. I'm just saying, is what your actions meet matching what you're saying you want? I want a guy who's this, and this, but then when Joe Dirt comes by, I'm gonna go to Joe Dirt. So I'm saying I want this, but as soon as somebody with a penis come through, I'm dropping down to where they are and meeting them at their level instead of making them come up to my level. Where are you in this situation? How have you prepared yourself for love? How have you made yourself ready to get the love that you say that you want? Are you a good other person? Or are you just more baggage? Are you going to weigh me down when I get in there? Because now I got to help you make all these decisions as an adult to get your life on track because you don't have the stability. You want the tradition. That's that hierophant. You want the love. That's the lovers. That's the new thing that you desire. You want it all to go there. This is what your heart is telling the universe, but is this what your actions telling you? Are you making those decisions to prepare yourself for the love? It can go in any direction that you want it to go. Look at all those options you have. It can go in any direction that you want it to go in. How are you going to direct it? How are you going to stabilize your life to get to the traditional love that you want? How are you going to get there? That's what they're saying. You want to cleanse your energy and go to a spa and walk. You can do all of that. You can cleanse all your energy. Again, you can do all these things spiritually, but how are you presenting yourself in the real world? Are you a desirable mate? Are you someone that someone other people will be attracted to? Like if I'm in transition and a lot of my decisions are, oh, I'm thinking about going to school. I'm thinking I might want a kid. I'm thinking I might want to move. I'm thinking. Where's your stability? If I come in and I'm ready to date you, are you ready to date me? Are you ready to move forward in the way that I'm ready to move forward? So you got to think about those long-term things versus those short-term things and how you're presenting yourself to others to be ready to be dated. Are you in a dateable state? Are you desirable as a person who I would want to date or that another person would want to
Well, I find you
date?
desirable and
That's
want
what
to
your
date.
higher power is saying. Take a true self-evaluation. Say that again, Miss Sherry.
I said, I find you desirable in a person that I would want to date.
Listen, I find me desirable too, but I don't know yet. I ain't nobody out there. We're not really doing love readings, Miss Yvette. But I'm not doing a love reading where you're asking me how somebody else feels. Did lead me to give her that message, but they just wanted her to prepare herself for the love that she says that she wants. So that's the desire that they're giving
Right.
for you, Miss Kelsey. Are you ready for the love that you say you want? And how are you presenting yourself to somebody? Like if somebody was to talk you up to their friends, what are the desirable things that they could say about you? Oh, I got this girl, Kelsey. She blah, 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 blah. You know, I want you to meet her. How would they describe you in the way that would make you desirable to somebody else? Okay, so that's all they're saying to me, and not to say that that you're not stable and you're not, but are you really ready for the love? That's what they want you to know. How are you presenting yourself to the world to find the love that you want? Are you making yourself desirable to others who will want to be in a relationship with you? Okay, so that's what I got for you. I hope that helps. But again, the sage, the cleansing, all that stuff, go ahead. Again, it's the full moon and it's about to be the solstice. Powerful. Purge those things that you no longer want, all those parts of you that you don't think are desirable, that are not ready to move forward. Release all those things so that you can move forward and be the person that you want them to do.
Be prepared.
Listen, we be like, oh, I release all that no longer serves me. When that stuff get to tearing up out of you and trying to move out, you like, oh, wait a minute, I ain't ready for this. I ain't ready for this emotions and everything that's going through. You got to be ready for what they're trying to give to you, or what they're trying to, or what you're releasing. So don't just say it. Be ready for it. I'm taking Valerie off the list. So Anna, you're next, and then yeah, Ann Ivy's next, and then Anaya, Shanice, and Candy. Okay, and Tori, you're still on the list too. Okay, so who's next? Of course, there's love. Last week was upsetting. So, Ann, I know we've read you before, and so this is something that they want me to explain to you. So there's little okay. It's they're telling me to show you the difference between major arcana and minor arcana. Major are lifelong things that are big picture things. Like if we say you're going through a spiritual transformation, or we say you're going to get the justice that you want, those are big picture things. Those are things that take time to come. Those are divine timing. If you've gotten a general reading that is telling you that these things are coming, and then you're having these minor day to day minor arcana setbacks. I had a bad day. I had a bad week. I had a bad, I got bad news. Those are minor things that are not affecting the overall umbrella of what we're saying. So what they want you to do is stay steadfast in what you've been told and how things are going to move. These are just minor things that are happening day to day on your path to get there, because everything isn't going to be smooth sailing. There are going to be bumps and bruises. So don't see this as something that is taking you off track. See that as something that is moving you along, and lessons that you're learning and jewels that you're gathering along the way for what you're going, for where you're going. Okay? So that's what I got. I got you on the list, Yvette. Oh no, not necessarily in love. And they're just saying they want you to know, because you said you had a bad week. A bad week doesn't mean that you're not on track for any of the recommendations that we're giving you before. A lot of times it'll be like, oh, I see a new job coming your way, or I see this opportunity coming. Then you have a bad week and you're thinking that, oh, I got to go get another reading because everything that they told me isn't happening. They want you to understand the things between major and minor. Major is lifelong things that are going to big drastic changes, and minor are things that are just day-to-day irritants that are happening to you. Okay. All right, so you can go, Miss Sherry Berry, for Miss Ann. She said, if not love, then general.
Okay. So the 5 of spades is you overcoming things and letting things go, which kind of coincides with like you having a bad week. Just let it go, move on to the next week and move forward with it. Let that shit, like, my favorite thing to do is catch it on fire and burn the shit out of it, specifically on bay leaves, but burning whatever, writing it on a piece of paper and burning it and saying, I'm letting this badness, this garbage go. Then I got the Jack of Hearts, and the Jack of Hearts is like newness, a male energy coming in, possibly self-pampering. Like, oh, you need to love yourself a little bit more. You need to realize that even though you've had this bad week, that you're still a good person. And then I did get the Queen of Spades, which tells me that the person that to help facilitate this poor week that you had was a female that was not, she's a rival. She is a person that has a jealousy of you, and maybe it's your knowledge, maybe it's your experience, maybe it's that type of thing. But again, I'm actually seeing like things catching on fire. Like, you need to let that go. Put up your powers, put up your blocks, protect yourself, and just you know when we were kids and we used to say, I am rubber, you are glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. That's actually magic. I mean, these are silly things that we did as a kid, but they are definitely magic. They are definitely spells. And you can do that with the person that is causing you strife. Um, so that's what I'm getting, is just you've you've got this new stuff coming in, this positivity coming in. Fuck the naysayers, and um, don't let that, you know, like Angie said, don't let those minor things get you down.
All right, well, I hope that helps, Ann. All right, so let's see who's next. Naya, you're next.
You're welcome, Anna. Or Anne, sorry.
All right, you can, Naya, are you still here? Naya, and then Candy, and then Tori, and then Yvette. All right, she's here. Go ahead.
Okay, Two of Diamonds is partnership, money, um, Interesting. And okay, so I've got the two of diamonds, which is a partnership, a partnership, could be a roommate, could be I'm just hearing a partnership that has to do with some monies or a business that's coming. Then I have the Jack of Clubs. The Jack of Clubs represents a friend or sibling or mutual respect. Somebody that you have a mutual goal with actually kind of goes in tied with this partnership card. And then I have the Five of Clubs, which is encouraging times, abundance at work. Work is you have a strong, healthy physical relationship with work. You work very hard. And because of those hardworking things that I see prosperity coming in for you. Um, and at the bottom of my deck, I got the Four of Clubs, which is again growth in business, work, and upcoming things that are good and bringing in abundance. Yeah, that's about it. That's why I like these cards.
Okay. So I had to really, really dig deep and say, give me something that I've not already told her. I had to push past everything that I already know about you and your situation. It's really hard to do family or friends or people that you know very well because you have to push
Uh-huh.
past all the information that you already know about them. And so I asked for something that was clearly new. And so I just said, what is it is for her highest and greatest good. And they showed me sort of like a past, present, future, or a um past, present, future is how they're explaining it to me. So, your past was painful. You're a Ten of Swords. Painful. You feel like there was a lot of things that were not turning out for you. But again, a 10 is an ending. You're done with that painful situation. You've transitioned past it. You're ready to move forward. All these are all little knives that are in her body. All these little hits that she took over and over and over again. Look how she's bent back and just surrendering to the pain, just ready to let go. Just get it done. Just let all the pain come now and get it over with. You've taken all these knives, you've taken all these hits, you've taken all this pain, and you were bent down in pain, just in surrender mode. Like, I just cannot take anymore, right? I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to be done. So then you decided you were walking away from it. This, whatever's causing me this pain, I'm walking away from it. You see her moving on. These are the 8 cups. This is her 8 of cups. This is her moving on to something better. This is where I was feeling the pain, taking all these hits, taking on all this. I got out of that 10 of swords, and now I'm going to that 8 of cups. I'm moving on to that 8 of cups energy. That's where I'm going, right? And then the son of knives came up, which was the page of swords, which is clarity. And I like how he's doing it. He's diving into it. He's plunging headfirst into knowledge, into curiosity, into his gut feelings, into his intuition, into getting that clarity that he needs. So you're committing to finding the clarity, even if it's a little bit painful, even if you have to walk away, even if you have to let some things go. You're finding that clarity, and they're saying stay in that space, stay in that headspace, and stop like stay there, stay in your logical mind. This is logical. This is you finding that inner voice and seeing things the way that they are, seeing an apple as an apple, not as applesauce, what it could be, seeing things as what they are. This is an apple. Yes, it could be applesauce in the beginning, but what do I have to do in order to make it applesauce? I have to peel it, I have to crush it, however you make applesauce, I don't know. But what they're saying is you're seeing the situation for what it is now, not for what you want it to be, not for how it could be or what you thought it should be. This is where I am now. How do I move forward? That's the clarity that you're finding. Stay in that power, stay walking in that, stay moving toward that. This is where I am. How do I move forward from here? Not where I thought I should have been, not where I wanted to be or what I thought it should, or how I envision it to be. How do I get from where I am now to where I want it to be? Or what is my next step? So you're in your next step phases. You're not quite sure of every step. So you're taking baby steps as you move forward, but you're still in that power and knowledge of knowing that you're ready to move forward. You're at least moving. You're moving forward slowly and with baby steps and more cautiously, but that's because you're diving into this and finding the truth of the situation. You're leaning more on that spiritual side of you and getting out of that hard space and not so much in the logical, because sometimes we can overthink it. We can get in that Nine of Swords energy where we're overthinking and we're not letting it go and we're mulling it over. I know my options are A, B, C, and D, but maybe it's B, C, A, D. I'm changing the order. If I do this, then I could do this and we're just overthinking. Paralysis analysis, or analysis paralysis. You're just continuously thinking it over and over and over and over, and you're not taking any action. They're saying you're taking action. You're diving into your clarity head first, and you're ready to move forward. You're moving at the right pace. Do not despise the pace that you're going or the decisions that you're making. Make each one out of caution and out of the knowledge of what you've learned. Had all these hits, all this pain. Look how painful that is. Look how bent over and broken she was. She's walking away from that. Good movement. Now I'm diving into something more positive. This is a new start. This is information that I'm learning, that I'm gaining, and I'm using my spiritual connection in order to do it. I'm moving forward in positivity. Stay in that mindset of moving forward in positivity and slowly making your decisions versus just being in that Knight of Swords energy where you're just like, you know what, sometimes you're impulsive, sometimes you're overly ambitious, sometimes you're not really in the right mindset and in your headspace of making the right decisions. And they're saying, you're moving right along at the right pace. You're walking away from what was causing you pain. They've separated these two. You're not even these two together. This is where you're going. You're walking away from this and you're moving into this. So you're moving right where you need to be. You're doing fine. So that's what they're saying. Keep moving forward the way that you are. Slow steps. Find your footing. And once you get your footing, you'll be ready to move, to take bigger steps, more leaps, more bounds, ready to run your race. You'll be ready to run your race. This is the preparation. This is like you walking up to the starting line to get ready to get for them to shoot the gun off. Because once it starts, once the race starts, you don't get to start again. You're taking off. So we're preparing you for that start, for that launch, for the new part of your life, for how you're going to move forward. Hey, angels, how are you? And so be ready for how you're ready to move forward. So I hope that helps. That's good. I like that. Pure positivity, just confirmation that you are moving forward. You are listening to um, the right voices. Even where it's tough and it's not the way you want it to be, you're still listening to your higher power. So keep moving in that direction. All right. So Miss Candy says she wants a general reading. I thought I heard her say something about love when I was reading somebody else earlier.
Yeah. She said that she wanted to know about her love life, but she was kind of scared to find out. So she really, whatever comes your way. I am like you. I know Candy. I'm versed in what's happening with her life. So I don't know if me reading her is such a great idea.
It's where you have to dig deep. And like I had to push past all of that stuff that I knew about her
Well,
to say, hey, what is it new that she needs to know?
the other thing is I'm working on stuff for her on the stuff that I do. So I don't want what I'm working on to interfere. If that makes sense.
Okay. So let's see what we got for Candy.
But I will.
So when I ask for information about you, it's nighttime. So there is either something that you don't want people to know that you're doing, there's shame, or there's some kind of like I'm moving in silence. I either don't want people to know what's going on, there's a little bit of shame to what's going on, or I am just, it's darkness. Darkness for me is either that shame, secrecy, or silence. I just don't want people to know what's going on, right? So that's the first thing they showed me. But they show me you reaching for the stars. So you're on your knees and you're bent down. You're not even looking at what you're reaching for, and you're just reaching behind you at grabbing at anything that'll come your way. You're not really reaching for anything specific. You haven't put a desire out there that is specific. You're just reaching for whatever comes. I need help. I need this. I want a new job. I want a better this. I want that. But you're not really being specific in what it is that you're wanting. You're just wanting a, and this is what they're saying, resurrection. You're wanting a resurrection, or you're wanting a revival. You're wanting something to be different, but you're not exactly speaking as to what you want. You'll just take anything. And that's what you're getting is anything. You're not getting anything specific because you'll just take whatever that'll get you out of this painful situation or that'll get you out of this heartache is how they're showing it to me. You seem to be in a space of, they're showing me the Five of Pentacles, which is a space of feeling lack or feeling powerless or feeling that you don't have many options. You're trying to move forward in something, but you're feeling in a very lackful mentality and you don't know how to. And so you're just crying out, but you're taking whatever is being thrown at you instead of specifically saying what it is that you desire. I just really had this situation. I really wanted this truck. And so I had all these different options. I talked to Don about what the options was because Don has had almost every kind of car, or he knows something about the car, knows something about the engine. And so I said, oh, I'll take that car. And I kept saying, well, when am I going to get this car? What's taking so long? What's taking so long? And they're saying you're settling for an option that you thought was of the lesser. You're limiting your higher power. I can give you anything that you want. This is what you really want because we've heard you say it repeatedly. But because you don't think that you can obtain that thing, you lessened it to something else and you downgraded with what you wanted to something that was a little bit more within your reach. But you're limiting your higher power when you do that. I'm limiting my higher power. I know what I really, really, really want, but it seems to be a little bit out of reach based on the resources that I have, the income that I have, and the things that I have that are within my reach. And my higher power was a little bit offended, like, hold on, you haven't gotten that vehicle because that's not what you want. That's what you're settling for. That's what you're saying that you want because you're thinking that this is out of your reach. So what you're saying is you're believing in us, but you're not believing us to give you what your heart really wants. You're believing in us to give you what you could get on your own. And that's not believing in your higher power. So what is it that you truly want? They're saying, what is it that you truly want versus what is it that you'll truly take? How is it that you're moving forward in a way that shows them that you really believe and trust in your higher power or in whatever your spiritual beliefs is? How are you showing that you really believe in it? Or are you just taking what's within your own ability to take? That's what they're saying. Get out of that. If you're going to believe in the magic, believe in the whole 5,000. I want you fed the masses. I want the ability to feed the masses. I don't want one fish. I don't even want 5,000 fish. I want the ability to be able to create the fish, to make the fish come, to draw the things to me. I want that ability. I don't just want the fish. I want the ability to be able to draw those things near to me. So they're saying, what are you asking for? What is it that your heart truly desires from your higher power, not in your own ability, is how they're showing it to me. I'm sorry. Um, and so they're saying, what is it that you really want? How are you desiring it? How are you getting to what it is that you want? How are you presenting it to your higher power so they can give it to you? Or are you limiting them and you're not getting what it is that you want because you're not asking for what you want? You've had to deal with some rough situations. You're in that strength energy. You're maintaining. This is beating you down. I'm surprised this isn't the Nine of Swords. They gave me the strength card because you're really battling through a tough, rough situation. They're not showing me the situation. They're just showing me that you're battling through something tough. That is taking a lot of your strength and you're just not knowing how you're going to make it through. And they're saying, you do know how you're going to make it through. Tell us what you want and we'll give you what you want that you truly desire. If money wasn't an option, if resources was an option, what is it that you truly desire? That's what they're saying to me. And so the other thing they're showing me is a tower moment. You just recently had a tower moment because they're telling me you're out of it. You're out of the tower isn't coming. It's happening. You had something that was sudden, that was unexpected, but that was painful. It really is. It really did just kind of tear up everything. Like it was the storm that you needed. It's like a tornado came through, and sometimes they say tornadoes aren't to destroy; it's to move you forward. It's the velocity and the speed and the power you're having. You're dealing with some difficult. These two together can't be good. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a very tough situation, and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it, but you're not really reaching for anything specific. You're reaching for whatever's out there. I'll take whatever. Just get me out of this pain. Just get me out of this rough situation. And they're saying, what is it that you want? Because the only thing you're going to do is put yourself right back in the situation again. I'll take whatever, but whatever is going to put you right back where you were. I want a solution. How do I get out of this and not get back into it again? How do I make that journey forward on my belief in my higher power? So then again, that fool's journey, going all in and believing in your higher power. This is your higher power. This is that pull. This is that cleansing. This is that abundance. This is you just going all in and allowing your higher power to give you what you want. They call it a fool's journey, but it's a new step. You had your breaking point. How do you want to move forward? And they're saying love. Is this because of a breakup or because of some kind of trauma, some kind of disappointing love situation? Because they're saying love is what got you into this situation, is what they're saying to me. Because I know you asked for a love reading. They're saying love is what got you into this situation. Love is the reason that you're not really where you should be. You depended a little bit too much on love and not on logic. You went way too much and you went way too hard for something in love, and love is what got you into this situation. So you need to figure out how to get out of it. You're in that five of cup energy. You're feeling your loss. You're concentrating on the things that you lost instead of the things that you still have. How are you able to move? What power do you still have? You can still believe in your higher power. So you're in that five of cups energy where you're thinking about the things that you've lost versus what you still have. That's where they're saying you're thinking about your loss, and they want you to concentrate on how you move forward. And they're saying you're not ready for love right now. You need to get over all of this situation. You need to stabilize. You need to get yourself out of this earth. You seem to be in crisis mode because they're showing me like when I worked at the shelter, and a lot of people came in crisis mode. You're in crisis mode. You're not thinking logically. You're thinking from how do I get out of this situation? How do I get out of this situation fast? Whatever it takes to get out of it. But you're really wanting a wish fulfillment. But this right here, thinking on your loss, is what's keeping you out of your wish fulfillment. This dwelling on your loss is keeping you from getting from where you want to be and being in that empress energy. That's a stability. That's holding that scepter. That's knowing how I to get my abundance, how to get what I want, knowing what my abilities are. You're not standing in your empress energy. You're standing in your lost energy. What you lost, what you don't have, what you're still in your tower moment. You're standing in the aftermath of the tower moment, and they're saying, "How? What do you want? How do we move you forward? When are you going to come all in and believe and trust that we can get you out of this situation? Are you just going to take whatever to give you your wish fulfillment? You are the person that's holding you back because you're stuck in this tower moment. You're stuck in the pain of this, and you're not thinking logically. You're not even thinking spiritually. You're in crisis mode, and you need to kind of, how they show me it is closing your eyes, seeing yourself. If money wasn't an object, if resources wasn't an object, what is it that I truly desire? And then asking your higher power, how do I move toward that? How do I get out of this crisis mode and into a stabilizing situation where I'm ready to move forward? I need to stabilize first. So how do I get to a stabilizing space and then move forward into something that is more positive? I need to stabilize. I need to get out of crisis mode right now, and that's what they're saying. You're stuck in this tower moment. So say, how do I take my licks and move on? I have the strength. You're saying I have the support. I have the strength. I have it inner and I have it outward. You have external power. You have external support, and you have it within. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this loss? How do I get myself out of this? I have the strength, but I'm stuck in this. How do I get out of it and get to this? Fulfillment this is where they're trying to get you to go, but you got to go all in. You got to believe. You got to get out of this space that you're in of poverty, of loss, of feeling like the world let you down. Things may have happened that you did not understand, but it's to get you out. It was to get you out of whatever situation you were in and into something better, into something where you're moving forward, into something more positive. You needed to get from up under the umbrella of negativity because they showed me a black cloud following over you. You needed to get out of that. They needed to snatch you out from under that black cloud because you were moving too slow and the black cloud was following you. So they just snatched you from up under it. That's that upheaval. That's that painful situation that you had to go through. This is that loss. But again, there's a rainbow on here because we're trying to get you here. Believe and trust. Ask, how do I get from just ground yourself and find that stability, because that's what you need to do. Get out of crisis mode into stability, and then you'll start to move forward in positivity. Okay? So that's how it is. All right. You're seriously stuck. But again, it's all in asking your higher power. You're thinking about what you can do in your own power. And what they're saying is don't think about what you can do in your own power, what we can do on your behalf. Who is it that you're believing in? Who is it that you're asking for help? Who is it that can get you out of this situation? It seems impossible to you because it is impossible to you, but not to your higher power. How dare you believe in a higher power and not allow them to do what they're supposed to do? You're limiting your higher power to your own reality, your own 3D power. Your higher power is infinite, can do anything, can give you anything. How do you get to that space where you're trusting in your higher power? How do I get from where I am in this poverty mindset to where I can stabilize? Help me to stabilize. What is my next step to stability? Who do I reach out to? What resources do I need? How do I get out of crisis mode and into stability? Because your next step is stability. That's where they want you to be. So that's what they're showing. All right. So I hope that helps. But I do see new things. Like I feel like a light bulb went off. They're showing me in the Light Seers Tarot how that page of sword comes on and all those little ding 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 ding. And it's kind of like a light bulb went off, and you're like, you're right. She's right. I am standing in my loss. I need to get ready to move forward. I need to believe that my higher power can get me out of this. And how do I approach my higher power in a way that I get what I want? And they're saying, just ask. Just come to me and say, what is my next step? How do I stabilize? How do I get out of crisis and into stability? Just ask, and they'll move you forward. You're a very spiritual person. They do show me that. Are you a person that has visions? Like, are you clairvoyant? Can you see? Like, they're showing me that you can see, or you're very intuitive. You are a person who really can interpret things, but because you're in crisis mode, there's a shield over your eyes and you can't see your way out because right now you just want to stop the bleeding. You just want to stop the leak. You just want to stop the stabbing. You just want to stop the crisis. And they're saying, shut it all down, connect, and ask them how to move forward. And they'll move you forward. You are very, very, very intuitive. You can find your flow. And that's what they're saying, find your flow. Are you like a water sign, or are you like a person who likes water? Because they just showed me you being at home like a mermaid. And a mermaid is mythical, magical. Again, tapping into the magic and mythical side. Just ask them how to do between all of those different realms. Like the triple veil, to me, they show it to me as you being able to see inside this realm and this realm and this realm. So don't see it as your disadvantage. See it as your power. Oh, I can see it here, and I can see it here, and I can see it here. Never, like a lot of times we learn how to do one thing and then we learn how to do something else and we forgot the first thing. Don't reinvent the wheel. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel. We already know that a wheel is round and that's what works better. Just continue to build on what's already there. You know where your power is. You know what power you have. Move forward in that. How do I tap into what I already know to be true and get out of that crisis mode? Because you're in your logical mind. You're in crisis mode. Shut it down, center, focus, tap in, and allow them to move you out of the situation that you're in. Okay?
So I
So I
pulled
hope they
cards.
help. All right, go. All right, go.
Okay. So I did the Jack of Diamonds, the Ace of Hearts, and the Six of Clubs. And the Jack of Diamonds is saying that good news is coming and that you will be getting relief soon. The Ace of Hearts is rekindling of old love and a sense of separation. So there's is going to happen. And then the Six of Clubs is a clear path, like you're on the right path. And what Angie was saying, that the path that the fool is on is the beginning of a path. So you're heading down that right path. She was talking about the fool when I was pulling that card. So that definitely resonated with me, that this journey that you are on is one, something that you are stuck with because love put you there, but you will be getting some clarity and you will be getting some things moved out of your way, and you will be starting a new path with that. But that was it. That's all I got. They wouldn't tell me anything else. They said I was too close.
I like it. Anything that says to do with change. I like sixes because they're overcoming. I love a
Yep,
six because it's
definitely.
overcoming in some kind of way. Whatever you're overcoming, you're balancing it out. So I love a six.
Love a six. I love a six,
Exactly.
followed by
You're
some other numbers.
welcome. Come back and let us know how things are going. I feel like by the next time you see me in Sherry Berry Live, things will start to pick up, like calling you, contacting you. Like you put an SOS out there and there's people contacting you. So there's going to be some changes coming about. Now that, like, I feel like again a light bulb went on. You'll have some good news for us, or you'll give Sherry Berry some news before that. All right. So the next person I have is Yvette, because Tori never spoke up. So Tori, if you're here, we'll do you. But I know Yvette is here. So Yvette says, "Do you have any financial help coming my way?" Um,
Candy, she just wants to know, like if any news comes in, like the next time her and I are online together, or you can tell me so I can let Angie know. Because, and then people that come to our lives do get vested into the people that are getting readings. So they're always curious and they like follow up too if you're welcome, if you're open to sharing that.
all right. So here's the next person. Yvette, are you here? And am I saying your name right?
How many more people?
All right, she's here. All right, you're great. Thank you, Candy. Okay, so financial help. That she's here. She said yes.
Okay.
Immediately when I said her name, I got a thing. I saw a vision. Gosh, what was the vision? Jesus Christ, people. I totally lost it. Damn it. Oh, okay, that's what it was. They immediately showed me the little guy from Monopoly, the little money bags guy, and it said bank error in your favor, and the bank was handing out money to him. So something's gonna come in your favor. I don't know if you're waiting on a decision about something, some kind of lawsuit, some kind of something's coming where there was an error and it's going to be in your favor. So financially, there is going to be some kind of error in your favor or something that is going to come to you in your favor. Like I don't know if it was an error in the past, but there is something unexpected that is coming to you financially that they're showing it to me. That's how they're showing it to me, as like, oh, you know what? We got this wrong. This is coming to you. This is what you're going to receive. All right. So that's what I got now. I'm going to continue to try to tap into your energy. Sherry, you can go ahead.
Okay. So I actually got a bunch of twos. So I got the two of clubs, which is again solitude, take time for yourself, do some self-evaluation. Um, and then I got the two of hearts, which tells me that um, a new romance is coming, whether it's for money or finances, because people can be in love with money. And you all have relationships with money, whether you think about it or not. It is a relationship with money. Then I did get the nine of spades, which tells me that you're overcoming or you're moving past some changes. That change is coming, and from the twos that I got, the change is actually going to be a good change. It's not going to be a change full of sorrows and sadness. It's going to be a change. It's going to be a bit bumpy and uncomfortable, but in the end, it will be a change for the better. Uh, I hope that resonates with you. I hope that that is something that they're saying, like, hold on. So, like, they're showing me a roller coaster, so sit down, strap up, hold on, and enjoy the ride, as it's gonna be a wild one. But you'll get past it, and these changes in financial stability will be coming towards you. Because now I'm getting the butterfly money. I don't. Okay, so when I see the butterflies with money, it's butterflies and their wings or dollar bills. So now I'm seeing that flutter down.
Okay, that makes sense. You got a lot of twos. I just got a two. So the one thing they showed me was Little Shop of Horror, and I don't know if you've ever seen that with the little plant,
Feed me,
Audrey too.
Seymour.
I love that movie. That is like one of my favorite movies, right? So they're showing me that. And so they're showing me the scene where Seymour is being offered all of these great opportunities. He's been offered all these people. We want to do movies. We want to do shows. We want to do all these different opportunities that are coming to him, but they all came from a bad seed. The plant is everything is based on this bad seed. So they're saying you have a lot of options that are being going to be coming towards you. Like they're showing me all these different offers, all these different people offering you things, and you're in a vulnerable state right now where you're like, well, I don't know what to take. I should take this. Should I take that? Should I take? Should I take? Should I take? You want to take all of these things, but you're a little bit timid in like, how should I move forward with this? And they're saying you need to be mindful of what you receive, what you take. Like I'm surprised they didn't show me the seven of cups, because usually the seven of cups has all these different options that are coming towards you. Some are good, some are bad. So they're saying be very mindful in the decisions that you make. So that's that two of swords that they showed me. You have these decisions to make and you're not really looking at them and seeing clearly what they are. Be mindful of the decisions that you make, because getting all these opportunities, if the foundation or the initial seed wasn't right, oh my gosh, Sherry Berry, when he opened that door, why did I think that I was in a movie? Like it just, I thought I escaped reality for a minute, because I was not expecting that. Oh my God, that is such a surprise. Oh my, I wish y'all could have
Sorry.
been in my ear and saw the craziness that I just thought right now. Like, I don't know. I just went straight slasher movie, like somebody was coming in.
I'm gonna tell him that. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Becky,
Oh,
this even, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, it took me so for a loop. I
that's
was so in the
funny.
movie right there.
And he's kind of a big guy now, you know.
And
He's
so when
getting
I
taller.
wasn't expecting the door open, so when it opened, I thought, wait, what is this reality? Like it must be like I didn't know if I was seeing reality or if I had stepped into a different, like if this was a
Oh.
vision and he just walked on in. I'm like, wait, and then it was a double
You know,
get
so
me
he's
back.
he's working for Rover and he's doing a dog sitting job that's like a mile and a half down the road. So he came home to eat dinner. So if anybody's hiring a dog sitter, a cat sitter, house sitter, pet sitter, my son does that now.
Oh my gosh, when I say that I straight thought Freddy Krueger, like, oh my God, they coming to get you. Look, I wanted to scream, Tony, serious. But I didn't know what reality I was in, so I didn't want to be there and be like, this lady done lost her everlasting mind on here. She been on here 3 hours and she done lost her everlasting mind. Okay, so back to where it was. I'm so sorry. This
Hilarious.
event. So what they're saying is be mindful of the decisions that you make. Like make sure you start your foundation on what's solid. So you're getting all these offers. It's kind of like if it's too good to be true, $1,000 a month, but they don't tell you all of those potentials are based on little statistical things like, well, if you do this, then you maximize that and you maximize that. It's really an impossible feat to manage, but they make it sound good so you become a salesperson for them. So they're saying make sure the decisions that you make or the opportunities that you accept are getting in on somebody's get rich quick scheme, because all the seeds that you planted, all the desires that you want, you're at a place now where you've planted all these seeds. Again, I like this. They didn't give me the seven of cups. They gave me the seven of pentacles. You've planted all these seeds. So look at all these things you planted. So these are pentacles. These is all your things growing up. And you're at a place now where, okay, does it need more water? Does it need more sunlight? Does it need me to dig around it? Do I need to get the weeds out? Like, what is my next step? How do I get this to get to that nine of pentacles or that 10 of pentacles? But what can I do to make sure I get the harvest that I want? I'm waiting on my seeds to come up. I'm waiting on my harvest to come. I'm waiting, but what do I need to do in order to keep this growing in a healthy way, right? So you're transitioning, transition. You're going from one world to the other world, from a lack mentality to a more positive mentality. You're looking for opportunities, but be mindful of the opportunities. See things clearly. Don't just take something at face value. Think a little bit about it. You know how they tell you when you're going to an interview to kind of research a company? Is this a legitimate company that I want to work at, or does this company have a lot of complaints? Am I taking anything that comes my way, or am I actively seeking what I desire and makes me happy? Again, your higher power is not a dictator. They are trying to get you what you want, and you just may not recognize the path that they're taking. The universe is always telling you yes. So again, this is celebration. You got the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, which is that good power coming up. This is reunions. This is success. This is cheerful. This is celebration. This is things working out your way and coming towards you in a positive light. Again, harvest. This goes back to harvest. Both of these are talking about a harvest coming your way and you getting that success and achievement and having that celebration. But be mindful. That's the one thing they want you to do is be mindful because you're about to be flooded with a lot of opportunities or a lot of offers. Be mindful of the offers. So get ready. They're preparing you like it's like you're a jack in a box and they're winding you up. They're getting you ready. They're preparing you to pop out. And once you pop out, all of these things are going to come at you really fast. Hey, take this, take this, take that. What about this? What about that? Be mindful. And all these opportunities may come after you get this unexpected windfall because there is unexpected money. They're taking me back to that money bag situation where that bank error. So these opportunities may come when you get this windfall. This is unexpected money that you did not work for, that you're just being given it to you, right? And it seems to be a significant amount. And so all these opportunities may come once you get this money. But either way, be mindful of what you accept and the things that you say yes and no to. Do your research because good is coming, better is coming, greater is coming. The things that you desire are coming to you. So that's what they want you to know. But they want you to be prepared so you're not overwhelmed. They don't want you to, like, this is you. This is them giving you knowledge behind the veil. These things are coming to you. All those things that you asked for, all that things that you worked hard for, they're coming. You're transitioning to it. Success, achievement, acknowledgement. We're letting you know. You're seeing the other side of it. You're coming to them. They're telling you that all these things are coming. Be prepared and make the right decisions so you can get your harvest. You can get that success. You can get that achievement. 1111, magic card. Okay? So be mindful and ready. Be ready. Like they're wanting you to be ready. Which way do I need to pivot? What do I need to do in order to get these things to grow? Cut it, prune it, water it, nurture it, put more dirt out, get the weeds out, keep the rodents out, put some fertilizer. What is it that I need to do? So ask your higher power, what do I need to do in order to receive this? You're about to get this unexpected, but when you get it, how do I keep from losing it? How do I keep it growing? How do I keep it to move, making money for me? Okay. So I hope that helps. And that's all I had on the list because the Tory lady never showed up. So that's it. That's all I have. We're done. And we've been on here 3 hours. So that's a good one. I love spending time with you, Miss Sherry Berry. This
I
is a good
love
night talk.
spending time with you
Exactly.
too.
And listen, it's
It's
been a long time
fun.
since I've been like, I gotta get off the phone. I gotta go get Brandon. I gotta go get Brandon. I ain't gotta go pick up Brandon. I ain't gotta do none of that. Everything is easy breezy, and we're transitioning. A lot of loose ends, but we're transitioning. So, again, I'm gonna cut out you guys tonight because for one, I'm hungry. You know what? I really want some pepper steak. I usually get pepper shrimp, and they're showing me that I should get pepper steak. So maybe I'll get me some pepper steak, or maybe I'll make some pepper steak because I really I guess I just want some beef. Maybe my body's just craving beef. You're welcome, Yvette.
Maybe
I
I
hope
want
that,
some beef too. I don't eat beef.
you know what, I need that kind of beef too. Maybe they're telling me, look, go get you some pepper steak. Then maybe you'll meet your other beef source at the pepper steak place.
Maybe you will.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who
You know what I
knows?
really want is some peach fucking cobbler.
The place we went to eat yesterday had peach cobbler cheesecake or peach cobbler cake or something like that. I didn't get it, but it was on the menu as an item
Where was that at?
to get. Peach cobblers come up a lot. It's on. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
go.
Okay. You
Yeah.
know where Walmart is on Elliott and Priest.
Yes.
And there's so right across the street, so there's like Arby's and there's Walmart in that plaza. So if you come across Priest to that plaza, like there's like a Starbucks in there, there's a Circle K in there. It's a new
Yes.
place called Lush Cafe and Lounge right in the parking lot. Ample parking
Writing it
in
down.
that little plaza across from Walmart on Priest and Elliott.
It's called Lush what?
Lush Cafe and Lounge. Or
Got
Lush
it.
Cafe, Lush Lounge, or whatever it is. But they have a good menu. I'm telling you, the food we had was so good. The drinks were pretty good. They were a bit pricey, but the food was really worth the price that we paid for it. And they had a peach cobbler cake or cheesecake or something there. I didn't get it, but it sounded good. Maybe I'll go back and have it one day.
Yeah.
Oh, Lester's
Maybe
coming
I'll
here
grab it.
too.
Yeah,
He's coming to visit.
he
So
told me. I don't remember when, but he told me.
this week, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday through
I,
Sunday,
I'm
or something
supposed
like that.
I'm supposed to go to the river on the 22nd.
For what? You're being baptized in the river?
No. I've already been baptized once, thank you. Um, no, I'm gonna go tubing, floating, whatever y'all call it.
Oh, you love
But I'm
tubing. Listen, I am so afraid of it. I'm afraid I'm just gonna be flipped over in the water and end up at the bottom of the rock.
okay. So I had asked Trent to go tubing, and then he was like, "No, I'm gonna be working." And I'm like, "I figured you'd be working," but he always teases me about him being black, right? And I said, "That's okay. If you jumped out of the tube, you would drown because you're black."
Exactly.
And
I'm
he
not
don't
going to
quit,
either. That's not a black activity to me. I'm just not going.
right? Right.
All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna go. See you all next week. Uh, Shauna should be on tomorrow doing the weekly reads for the zodiac, not the zodiacs, but the weekly energy. And then Miss Julie and Miss Susan on
Bonnie.
Tuesday, Miss
Oh,
Julie and Miss
Susan.
Bonnie on Wednesday, and then me and Don on Wednesday night, or me and Sherry, because Don has had a lot of movement going on. He's a very busy man, so if Don isn't available, then maybe me and Sherry Berry. But again, one of us is on every single day, Sunday through Friday. Okay. All right. So see you guys. Bye.